The best show for Chicago sports.
Yeah. Y'all know what we here for. Y'all know what we came for. Yeah. I'ma need a dab. What's good? It's a Friday and we got Bulls basketball. That's what's good. Vibing real different. We riding real different. Shout out to Jimmy Got So. You know how we do it. You know how that C-Red go. We got that C-Red Nation. You know we feeling real different. You know we living real different. You know we gotta just split it like we just Moses in the Red. See that C-Red hitting. You know we walking on through. We got the playoffs. We spitting. I said we on. Stop playing with your boy. It's your boy, Panther Designer, back at it again, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily. We got Bulls, Charlotte, and we need a dub. I'm sick of these L's, man. We need a dub. This is a team that we're better than. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. You got to find a way to win. Man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always. Bulls in the house. And you want to close this season out with a home game win. That's what it comes down to, man. Taking on the Charlotte Hornets tonight. Charlotte's somebody that the Bulls have done pretty well against this season. It hasn't been a team that we've struggled with a whole lot. But the Bulls are on a little bit of a home skid. And that sucks to say, but the Bulls are on a little bit of a home skid, right? They haven't found a way to keep that 70% home matchup good versus these tougher teams. Oh, yeah, if you're a White Sox fan in here, man, RIP to us tonight, bro. Hey, but if you on Twitter and you saw my video to Cap, man, go retweet that. Because they hilarious. Cubs fans are hilarious out here. Talking about going to get Aaron Judge. If you on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. First off, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Only channel that's talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure you get in tune with us, man. Follow us on Twitter, bro. Follow me on Twitter. Go retweet my video to Cap. It's going up a little bit, man, but it's hilarious, bro. It's literally just like, you know who we should go get? Aaron Judge. Huh? You mean the dude that's kind of like Kyle Schwarber? Oh, man, starting lineup for our Chicago Bulls tonight. This is a wild one, y'all. This is not the norm. This is a whole new you dig in this mug, man. Bulls starting lineup here. Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. What is it, 2020 around this mug? 2021? What's going on? That's an interesting matchup, right? Because you've essentially got LaMelo Ball versus Kobe White. You've got two guys who can put the ball in the bucket. And Kobe, I'm going to be honest with you. Kobe, a guy that when he focuses on the passing is actually a pretty good passer. When he focuses on it, he's actually a pretty good passer. We've seen him do a little bit of the, you know what I'm saying? A little saucy with it. But we haven't seen that carryover. To me, this is a game that tells me Billy Donovan knows the importance of Kobe White and understands that Ayo Dosunmu is a rookie, and we can't put this much pressure on him heading into the playoffs. Now, it kind of sucks, right? Because you were hoping that Ayo found his way back into it because he's been the guy that's been starting. But Kobe White has that starter's experience. Let's see what he's going to do. The guy I want to see, though, I don't care what nobody – I need to see something from P. Will. Show me something. Show me something, baby. P. Will, show me something, baby. Show me all this talk that we've been talking ain't just talk. You know what I'm saying? Show me that you're ready to do this. Show me that you're ready to take this step. As we got Zach Levine talking. What's Zach saying right now? Zach showing love to the crowd. Love you too, Zach, but hey, give me a dub, my boy. Let me get predictions in the chat for who y'all think is going to get the dub tonight. Who do you expect to get this win tonight? What are you expecting from the Chicago Bulls moving forward? And this is the thing, right? Unfortunately, all you have to base your opinion of the playoffs on is these last couple of games. All you have to base your opinion of the playoffs for is these last couple of games. What do you need to see to give you confidence heading into the playoffs? Let me know in the chat. How many we got up in this mug, man? Let me cut this down. How many people we got up in this John, man? Got 60 people in here, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Your starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. Did YouTube update it again so you can't actually see like who likes the video and stuff like that? I don't think I can see how many likes I actually have, which is pretty weak. I'm not going to lie to you. Kobe White getting his name called in the starting lineup is crazy right now. They did. They changed it so you can't see how many people like the video anymore. Hey, man, just know if y'all like that video, man, it's all support, man. We appreciate it. That's so dumb. Let's get this mug cracking off, though. Hey, shout out to the people over on the Facebook side as well, man. We got AJ in this mug. He says Chicago Bulls defense is key. Absolutely, bro. Got to come out. You got to play some defense. If you're not, here's the thing about the Bulls, right? The Bulls, I've said this on Locked On Bulls. I've said this on, name the platform, right? The Bulls defense is what they have to hang their hat on because that's what this team is built to do. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like the what's a good way to say it, right? Like unfortunately, the standard that we've held this team to hasn't carried into the second half of the season. But I'm going to be real with you, Bulls fan. I'm going to be real with you. Do you feel like, what's a good way to put it? Do you feel better knowing this Bulls team's deficiencies? Who gets the first basket? Opening tip, I say goes to the Bulls will play good defense early. I'm going to say going the other way. Let's say, I think somebody's going to want to get this. Zach Levine. Do you feel better, right, knowing going in? I'm going to say Zach Levine gets the first basket, Dan. Do you feel better knowing going into this game, right, that you know what the issues are with this Bulls team? You know they can't knock down shots. You know that the bench might not be deep enough offensively. You know, do you feel better about that heading into the playoffs where, yeah, you might not win this season, but moving forward, you know AK is going to try to adjust this? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel better about that? Or would you rather have it like, nah, we're just winning these games and we're going in blind? Like, think about it, right? Like, if you win all of the games that we thought the Bulls were going to win, you're going into this thing blind. You're going into this thing, even if you lose all of the top games, you still win over 50 games. You feel good, right? As we got the opening tip. Bulls win the tip here. Kobe White with the ball. Drops it off to Zach. Here's Zach getting the ball back to P. Will, drops it off to Kobe White. Kobe top of the key, dropping it off to Vooch now. Vooch top of the key, dropping it back over to DeMar. DeMar, low crossover, pump fake, pull up, over, Plumlee. Got that one to go. My bad, Dan. Didn't expect DeMar to get cooking like that this early. Terry getting the ball back over to LaMelo now. LaMelo left side, guarded here by Kobe White. Top of the key, coming off of the screen, kicking it back down to Bridges. He's at the bucket for the easy lay. LaMelo calling for a foul already. Come on, Melo. Here's Vooch top of the key. Almost had that one stolen away by LaMelo, and now they do get the steal. And here's LaMelo with the ball at the bucket. Two-hand jam. Can't do that. Can't do that. Let's go, boys. Here's P. Will, top of the key, attacking on Bridges. Lost the handle on that. Gets the ball back. Melo picking him up. Throws it down now to Vooch. Vooch, double team coming his way. He's got Bridges on him. Backing in. Backing. Back up top. Pump fake. Kobe White doesn't take it. Driving in. Down low to Zach LaVine. Knocked out of his hand. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulls on that one. Hey, this means a lot more to the Charlotte Hornets than it does to you. You're going to have to fight for this. You're going to have to fight for this. Here's LaMelo top of the key. Coming off the screen, driving, up and under, lay, finish. Billy Donovan ain't playing with him. He's calling timeout already. A minute and a half in. Billy Donovan ain't playing with these mugs, man. He's calling timeout already. See, this is the one thing I will say, right? This is the one thing that I will say. On that play, Kobe White gets screened, so DeMar has to switch on to LaMelo. On that replay, DeMar does nothing to slow down LaMelo, but immediately after looks to Kobe to scold him about something. Scold yourself. Let's not start doing that at the end of the year, bro. If the blame is on you, the blame is on you. Let's not start doing that. Hey, man, if y'all rock with the merch that we've got out, man, grab some of that Breeze merch, as y'all can see on the spreadsheet below, or if you're on a tablet or computer, man, it's up top right corner, something like that. But if you're on a phone, man, check out the merch in the description below, or on the spreadsheet below, man. We got some Windy City Breeze merch with the Bulls logo on it, with our own custom Bulls logo on it, man. Y'all will be different, man. Get in tune with that. If you're on the Facebook side, you ain't got that one. I'm sorry. Come to the YouTube side. We over on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube at the Windy City Breeze. You get to see the merch.
And once again, it's on.
God dang, you came through loud.
You know, that's how I go.
You know how that should go. Let me do this. Maybe that. Oh, okay. I see what my issue was.
Oh, it was you.
I had the volume on the computer mad loud, but I had the volume on YouTube TV real low.
What's
keep giving them a plug too. Hey man, I'm in this one.
Going through some construction right now. I got stuff like all on the other side of this camera right now. But figured I couldn't leave you hanging too many shows in a row.
You all good, my boy. You know we're gonna hold it down. That's what we do, man. That's
what
we do.
First
off, hey, whoever's sponsoring, Dilly.
Oh, the brown type of night, man.
Hey man,
in the chat, man. Marcus, what's happening? Barky, what's good with you?
Hey, if y'all ain't hit that like button on the YouTube side, man, hit that like button, brother. I know it don't show up no more, which I'm kind of pissed off about. YouTube is bro. That's such a weak move, bro. That's such a weak move. I don't want anyone to know how many likes or dislikes I have, so I want to take the like button away because I'm upset. Quit crying. You mad that you ain't get a like, my boy? Put out better content.
What's in this glass right now is actually, I took one of, I don't know if I got this from Pat or somebody else, but anytime I get down to the bottom of a bottle, I start pouring it into one bottle.
Mix. Pull up. So DeMar mid-range, can't get that one to fall. Rebound there by Bridges.
So this is a bunch of Jim Beans and Jack mixed.
And here comes the two-hand jam the other way. Good Lord. PJ Washington said she finessed me, so I'm going to put up this two-hand jam. Coming off of the screen now is Zach LaVine. Low drive, back out now, kicks it over to Kobe White. Coming off of the screen from Vooch, back up top to Zach. Zach looking to drive her on Plumlee. Boy, you better drive on Plumlee. Now driving through on Plumlee at the bucket. Off of the glass, couldn't get the finish on that, but Vooch with the putback. Bro, he thought about not driving on Plumlee. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, they ain't really playing this game, dog. They really not finna play this game. I hate to tell it to you like that, man. They not finna do it.
LaMelo Ball, pull up three, cash.
It's safe to say that LaMelo was the best between all the brothers. It's safe to say that.
It's not even close. You know what?
It's not even close. He's definitely better.
No, but this is what I will say, right? Like, as they get this over to P. Will, P. Will just jab step the mess out of Scary Terry. Back to Zach LaVine for three. No, you know what I will say, though? Lonzo has never had the chance to be the number one on his team.
I give you that. That's
somebody that shoots 42% could put up these similar numbers as LaMelo knocks down another three. I mean, it's not like LaMelo
like that, though.
You know what, though? It's not like LaMelo puts up like 26 a game. He's averaging like 20 a game. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like LaMelo has legitimately never been a Zach LaVine with the ball left side, driving through, gets to the middle, puts this up, can't get that one to go, but he'll be at the line for a pair there.
That was a ticky-tack foul.
Lonzo, I said LaMelo. Lonzo has never been the number one option on his team, but his games continued to grow because he didn't come into the NBA as that guy, right? He came into the NBA as the you set him up point guard kind of guy.
That's true.
But
That's true.
When Lonzo was the number one on this team, because remember, we were hurt for a little minute. We didn't have DeMar. We didn't have Zach. We had Lonzo and Vooch. Lonzo was putting up like 22, 23 a game out here.
Got like
shooting like 43% out here.
Yeah. Got like 5 laptops around this joint. Like 10 wireless keyboards.
Hey man, that's because you keep finessing the mess out of these. Hey,
I feel like AB, man. I ain't finessing nobody, man. It's just you got to do what's best for you, man. I
respect it, bro. And don't nobody ask you for their stuff back. Here's Terry, top of the key, back up to LaMelo. LaMelo picked up here by Kobe. Now switched off on to Vooch. Step back, pull up three, cash. Hey. Y'all want to know what the difference is?
That?
No.
That?
His brother, the only one in the NBA that know how to slow him down. As now we got a foul there.
That's true.
Go against Plumlee. His brother, the only one in the NBA that know how to slow him down. Melo has not had a good
game against Lonzo. Not statistically.
I think the only game he had that was crazy against Lonzo was
his first
one. When they were in New Orleans and they wouldn't play Lonzo against him. And Lonzo I think Lonzo played like 20 minutes that game. It's now the ball into Vooch, throwing it down now to DeMar. DeMar driving here on Washington at the bucket, up and under, lay. It's only a 6-point game, y'all. 17-11, 7:50.
Oh, I mean, it's a slow start. I ain't tripping.
It's only a 6-point game. Here's Zach trying to get back on Scary Terry. Here's the drive. Dropping it off the Plumlee for the two-hand jam.
It's the danger of the help-off defense right there, man.
Yep.
Somebody has to help the help.
LaVine down to Vooch. Out to DeMar. Wide open. Didn't take the three. Lost the handle on that. Knocked out of his hand by Plumlee. Dog, what are they doing? Like, hey, fam, you know you get to control like the temperature at the UC. I see mugs like trying to warm their hands up and stuff. You should be hot already.
No, it's cold.
They throw this down now to Ayo DeSumo making an instant impact as he checks into the game. His first game not starting at point guard in a little while here.
It's cold on that floor, dog.
I know
closer you sit to the floor, the colder it is.
Hey, because they trying to make it I don't know why they trying to make it like even, I guess, or like so people don't cramp up. It's now here's the drive. Bridges, bro. I thought he got that, stepped out of bounds for LaMelo, and he did knock it down. I thought he got that pass off. That would have been crazy.
Can we talk about how Melo has hit like 4 threes in a row? Whether it counted or not, he still hit 4 in a row.
There's a video dropping tomorrow, y'all. There's a video dropping tomorrow. Oh yeah, the UC is a little different too. That's the one thing I didn't think about. The UC's there's a hockey rink under there. As they get this out, now the Vooch pull up, can't get that one to go. 19-13. Here's LaMelo on the drive. Got the foul call there, but it's not going to be the end one. It's going to be on the floor. It's going to go
He's
against
on fire right now. He hitting everything.
Hey, he hitting dumb
Good
stuff
Lord.
right now. Nah, hey, I got a video dropping tomorrow, right? Because I was up late. Y'all know I don't sleep as much. But I was up late. We did Locked On last night, and I was just up. And I started watching like interviews and stuff like that. And I went back and I was like, man, I just want to watch something I've seen is now Scary Terry coming off of the screen at the bucket lay problem. I was like, I want to watch something I've seen to go to sleep. So I watched the KG on All the Smoke podcast as they kicked this over to Zach. Zach, little bump off, lost the handle on that. DeMar bringing the ball back, guarded by Plumlee. Pull up mid-range, got that one to go. 21-15 right now. So I end up watching that one, right? And I was Plumlee down low. Couldn't get that one.
Got DeMar.
They called a foul on DeMar. I was like, hey, I keep hearing KG talk about this game, but I've seen legitimately every Jordan game there's probably been. I don't remember this game. So I went down a rabbit hole of watching KG versus
Mike,
which, by the way, are hilarious games. But I finally found the game. It's legitimately KG's maybe second game versus Jordan. He's talking trash a year from being at Farragut. Not even a year from being at Farragut. So I got that reaction coming out tomorrow because I ended up, once I found it, I was like, this got to be the game. Because it starts off with him like holding JR. Like as they drop this down to P. Will for the one-hand jam. What a dime by Vucci on that one. It starts off like him holding JR, legitimately just like, hey, keep killing this man, bro. And the second you see that, bro, when I tell you the next 5 highlights of Jordan, as here's the drive, Scary Terry, pull up mid-range, gets that one to fall. Hey, Charlotte is knocking everything down right now. Bro, it's hilarious when you see it, bro. But no, I say all that to say, anybody that says Jordan, as Vooch putting up the float, can't finish that one. Rebound there by Oubre Jr. Here's Oubre bringing the ball up, guarded by Ayo. Anybody that says Jordan can't play or wouldn't average 50, a step back, pull up 3, Bridges, cash.
Anybody that says that Jordan wouldn't average more now than later.
Oh, my God.
For one,
when you watch it, it's legitimately every move. What? He didn't do it. He didn't do a move. Hold up. Let's see if he get the ball back. They throw this down to Vooch. Oh, what a pass by Levine for Vooch. Getting the lay. It's literally every move DeMar does. Too. It's DeMar's whole game.
Yeah. Here's a crazy nice spin by Terry right there. Did Plumlee like moonwalk?
Guarded by Ayo, coming off of the screen. Pull up 3. Can't get that one. Rebound there by Levine. Here's Levine now, left side. 28-19, Bulls trail here. Not playing no defense. They throw this down. Plumlee saving it, and that is saved. Here's Martin now with the ball.
I'm not looking at this right. That can't be right.
Back up top. Step back, pull up 3, but that's going to be a timeout by Charlotte.
Okay. It's a timeout by Charlotte, so the shot doesn't count? Because if that doesn't count, Charlotte is still shooting 100% from the field.
Actually, no. They're shooting at 92.
92?
92% from the field right now.
They missed one shot.
They're 11 for 12. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I'm okay with this because I know they can't sustain this.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
The Bulls are shooting 67%. I know the Bulls can sustain that.
You could sustain 50%.
Charlotte can't sustain 92%. Right?
No. You know, the one thing that I listen to a lot of sports podcasts because as someone who's really making an investment to dive deep, hence why I keep finessing people. As someone who's making an investment to really dive into this mode of content creation, I want to see what other people are doing, what's working well, why does it work? And you know, underrated podcast to me is not JJ Redick's, it's KD's. KD's podcast is underrated to me.
KD has a
Just because
podcast.
KD has a podcast.
It's real
and so
underrated because I didn't even know like it existed.
yeah, so he and JJ did a crossover episode, and JJ
I saw
asked
that
him,
he was on JJ's. I didn't know that like I haven't watched it yet.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing for you, but I'll just give you one question. He said, is it easier to score now than it was then? Because KD was drafted in 08. So this is year 15 for him. He said it was much easier to score now because back then the game was so different. No, the exact question was is it easier to score 30 now than then? He says easier to score 30 now. Now, this is somebody who's in this league, monster in this league, who's telling you, hey, it's easy for me to get my shot off now than it was back then.
I feel like he the wrong person to ask though. Reason I say that.
What?
Back then there was no person that could score at that height the way KD does.
Rashad Lewis.
Rashad Lewis was not 7 foot, and Rashad Lewis grew to 16.
6'11".
Rashad Lewis grew to that while in the NBA though.
Rashad Lewis was on Orlando.
Kevin Durant came into the NBA, and even that, like Rashad Lewis didn't score like KD.
I mean, no, not exactly like KD.
You know what I'm saying? Like the KD, Rashad Lewis didn't handle like a point guard. And like Rashad Lewis was really nice, but Rashad Lewis' shot was Jameer Nelson driving down the middle because he's a bulldog. I'm gonna kick this mug out to you. Hey, it's right in the pocket,
you gotta
baby. You know that's cash.
You gotta watch the pod because I
gotta see it. I gotta see it.
I don't want to ruin that one for you, but they speak on that because KD is the one who brings up Rashad Lewis. He brings up Rashad Lewis.
It's now step back pull up by Martin. Hey, maybe they can maintain 92%.
Hey, that was a good move right there. Hey. There's a classic snatch back at your local gym, and it just goes.
Here's Levine throwing it down here. Backing in now is Vooch. Vooch back up top to Levine. On the drive here. Side step, pull up, mid-range. Can't get that one to go. Rebound. Good Lord. That was a grown man rebound by Bridges, bro. 30-19, Bulls trail right now. LaMelo down low, back up top to Oubre. Oubre, pull up, 3.
He said that man said Rashad Lewis. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this off top.
Rashad Lewis is a bucket.
Hey, if you wanna sit there
underneath Javonte Green for the 2-hand jam on the dime.
If you want to sit there and turn your nose up at Rashad Lewis as a bucket, you are not a real basketball fan.
Hold up. Who said it?
Rashad Lewis is a bucket.
Hey, listen. James was in here this morning for the Daily Show. James, was you one of the ones that said that I think James was on par saying that Megatron and DK Metcalf are the same, or DK Metcalf can be Megatron.
All right, hold on, wait. Is he? No. But can he be?
No.
Yes, he can evolve. I do give him that. There's can
no
evolve.
Way. He cannot. He will never become a good enough route runner that they put 4 people on him.
I can't say that. He's no. I can't say that simply because he's so young.
Kid.
Oh, nobody's
route running develops to that level.
Dog, what I'm saying is
name me the dude that came in and could not run routes. We got a technical foul on the floor. Name me the dude that could not run routes that came into the NFL. And I know that's not your bag, so maybe I'm asking a poor question.
You asking the wrong. So
I'm asking the wrong person.
Just because
I'm asking the wrong person.
No, I go out on a limb.
I'm saying like a dude that came into the NFL that couldn't run routes, which legitimately.
For what it's worth, they said, what's Buddy name? He been in the league forever. He a receiver.
As Levine step back, pull up over Martin. Got that one to fall. There you go, Zach.
Yeah, top 5 receiver. Who is he? Well, top 5 statistically.
Steve Smith?
Nah, not Steve Smith. Steve Smith could always run routes.
Steve Smith was a route technician. Michael Irvin?
Facts.
As LaMelo dropping his back out to Harrell.
With the dreads.
Harrell left side now. He had what?
He had dreads. His name's on the tip of my tongue.
Sidestep, pull up. Martin can't get that one to fall. Hey, remember when we said they couldn't sustain it? They're falling off. Here's P. Will attacking on Martin. Tried to drop that off to Tristan. P. Will be aggressive. Back up on the steal. LaMelo lay. Can't get the finish on that one, but got the foul call.
I mean, he's definitely getting a foul. Not Dez. Was it Fitzgerald? Larry Fitzgerald? No. It's
Couldn't
not
run
Larry.
routes? Who said that? He do got dreads. Who said
No.
Larry can't run routes?
Larry definitely improved his route running as his career progressed. But when his
My
first
boy.
couple of seasons, I
My
only
boy,
know this from an interview he did. I think it's Larry
Yeah.
Fitzgerald. He has dreads, right? Long,
Yeah, he
slender.
do.
Yeah, it's Larry.
Arizona.
No. He says it in an interview. That's the only reason I'm saying it, because I really don't know.
Listen. That's different.
So I guess there's a difference between you evolving as a player versus not knowing at all. So yeah, I'm not the person to actually say that.
No, see, this is the difference with Larry, because I'll say his route running did improve. He became a technician. He was never bad at it.
Okay.
But he became a technician. But and I gotta update my numbers here. But
let's get Ayo bringing the ball down right now.
Larry Fitzgerald in his entire NFL career has dropped 29 passes. Here's now Ayo on the drive, dropping it out to Javonte. Pull up 3. Couldn't get that one to fall. Rebound there by Charlotte, 32-24. Oubre with the ball. Oubre driving, nothing but lane, 2-hand jam. Hey. His whole NFL, like, it's a difference, right? Like, if DK was sure hands, I'm in on him. Like I know if I throw this ball to you and it's in your vicinity, the only option is as a turnover there, but the Bulls get it back. Here's Ayo crossover guarded by Martin. Lost the handle on that again. What the heck is going on? Another turnover. Bro, what is this Charlie Chaplin basketball that's happening right now? Here's not a drive. Pass. Levine, 2-hand jam. What the heck did we just watch, bro?
I don't know, dog.
34-26. Bulls trail here by 9. No, the reason we had the conversation is because everybody was like, the Bears should go get DK. As here's Martin to the bucket, kicking it out. Pull up 3, McDaniels cash money. And I was like,
no, they should, dog. They should.
Listen, first off, you don't have the capital for them. As Zach LaVine blowing past everybody, 2-hand jam. There's no defense in this game right now.
Is this an all-star game?
Bro, this game legitimately, no, you know what it is? It's exactly what you said.
It's a meaningless game. Both teams know they're in the playoff.
It's a meaningless game.
Well, wait, Charlotte's
in the screen here. LaMelo on the drive, puts up the lay, can't get that one to go, tipped in by Harrell, though. Which is why we're sitting here talking about DK Metcalf right now. Here's Levine bringing the ball up. Kicks this down to Tristan. Tristan, left side. Driving in, guarded by Harrell. Bump, puts up the float. Got that one to fall. Let's go, boys. I would actually love that his pops played for the Bears for 7 years. I didn't know that.
Now, that's a new one right there.
Who's DK Metcalf's pop?
Hey.
No, I will say this was the best comparison, right? See, this is my thing, right? And I've said this on the stream as LaMelo down low, can't get that one, kicks it back out. 2 on the shot clock, puts up a desperation shot over Derrick Jones. I thought he hit it. Rebound by Javonte, 5 on the clock. Here's LaMelo pushing the tempo, dropping this out to Zach. Pull up 3, left that one short on the fadeaway.
Yo, he's perfected that Kobe kick on that fadeaway. So
hey,
watch that joint. Watch that fadeaway. He's perfected that Kobe kick on that joint.
Shots. We said, remember, they were 11 for 12. They're now 15 for 20. It's okay.
Now here's the thing. This is not a must-win for Charlotte's in the play-in regardless.
For Charlotte, it's a must-win because you want to play a different team. No, actually, if I'm Charlotte, I'm trying to lose. Because if you win, right, you're playing Brooklyn first round.
No, if they lose, if they win, they're tied with Atlanta.
Right, so they can only be 9 or 10.
Oh, wait. No. The real game on right now is Brooklyn versus Cleveland.
Why?
Because Brooklyn is 8, Cleveland is 7. Brooklyn is 1 game behind Cleveland. And
yeah, Brooklyn wins out, they could be 7, but they'd still play the same team. It would just be, is it in Brooklyn or is it in Cleveland? But there's no mandate in place anymore, so it don't matter. I guess having the home crowd matters a little bit, but
Hey,
like a
shout out
7.
to Brooklyn, man. Hey, they dropped down to 10th. This shows you how close it is. They dropped down to 10th, bounced back up to 8. They got the
Bro,
Cleveland Cavaliers on their heels right now, so they might be 7th. Hey, people
one
talk a lot of trash, but
1 to 10 is the closest it's ever been in NBA history.
you popping when you get some of the best cam people come up.
See, this is the thing. That's just the never mind. Let me shut up. I'm finna tell a bad joke out here. No, but here
The Chicago Bears are signing former Indianapolis Colts linebacker Matthew Adams per his Instagram. Shout out to Baki.
I'm not mad at that.
Reported by Daniel Greenberg, by the way, 31 seconds ago.
The Shy Mad tonight said Billy needs to be fired now, like this game matters.
Hey, no, sorry. So listen. I'm gonna just roll this out for you all real quick. I told Pat this may not be a game we want to call simply because it really doesn't matter. There's nothing that can happen that removes Bulls from a 6 seed. We're not in the play-in.
There's nothing that can happen the rest of the season.
Like we can literally lose out, and even if Cleveland beats the next 2 teams, we got the tiebreaker against Cleveland. We're still the 6th seed. They're still going to be 7th. So this game
the thing is we could move up technically, right?
No. Because we're 2 games behind Toronto, and
there's 2 games left. If Toronto loses, we can move up.
But they have the tiebreaker on us, don't they?
No, we beaten Toronto 3-1 this season.
Did we?
Coming off of the screen, getting to the middle. Washington kicks out to the corner. McDaniels with the ball, driving on Io. Oh, he tried to put him in a poster. Couldn't get the finish, but the foul call is there.
That was a nasty looking poster.
Yeah, the only game we lost to Toronto this year was the overtime game.
So I guess that matters, but I'll be honest. I don't want to move up to 5 because then I have to play Philly.
I want to play Philly, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
I want to play the Celtics.
You want to know what James Harden is doing right now?
I know what James Harden is doing right now.
What's he doing? What's he averaging right now, bro?
A double-double?
No.
A double-double?
No.
Yes,
the first
he is
4 games. Don't look at the overall stats. Look at what he's done since he's been in Philly the first 4 games. What is James Harden doing right now?
James Harden, even with his poor stats and poor shooting, averages a double-double.
Don't look at the overall. Look at what he's doing right now.
Pat, last game he played, which was yesterday, he only had 13 points, but he had 15 assists. The game before that, he only had 11 points. He took 10 shots, but he had 14 assists. In Cleveland, he was 21-10. In Charlotte, he was 12-13-8.
How many turnovers every game?
I get the full box score. I see where you're going with it, but
you
what
know what I'm saying?
Is,
like, listen. If I'm gonna play somebody, I'd rather play the dude that's gonna give me the ball.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When he's not scoring 30, he's getting a double-double, near triple-double. He's still impacting the game. We just want him to be James Harden in Houston. That's not his role anymore.
This the thing, though.
He's not James Harden in Houston anymore. And that's okay.
He's not even James Harden in Brooklyn anymore. Pull up 3 McDaniels knocking that down.
I gotta agree with my man Spirit Plans. That's an interesting name, but James Harden is still very capable of cooking a lot of mugs in this league right now.
Listen,
if you give me 13,
James Harden first 4 games, he averaged 27 points per game, 59% from the field, 50% from 3. Since those first 4 games where I was like, do not take 2 games versus the Knicks seriously. That man is averaging 20 points a game, 36% from the field, and 30% from 3 with 5 turnovers per game. I'm willing to live with that.
Here's the thing.
And let's not act like playoff James is a killer.
I'm not going to act like playoff James is a killer. But I'm also not going to act like playoff DeMar is either. So at this point, yeah.
Okay, I get that.
So all I'm saying is he's averaging 22, 8, and 10 for the season. And if you just look at his last 5 games, they're all double-double. And even he has 1 triple-double and 1 near triple-double.
This is the weird part, right? Because I
can't say that
I've gotten an education a little more. I've looked a little deeper. I had to look it up, right? Because basketball fans talk about plus minus so freaking much. It's annoying. So I had to actually dig into is plus minus actually a valid stat in basketball? And it's still kind of yes and no, right? Because
no
like if
for
I'm
me.
on the floor and useless, the stat doesn't matter.
That's a no
Like
for
if I'm
me.
Doug McDermott, the stat don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm the dude that's James Harden that is controlling the ball, the stat means something. So it's about when you use it.
By the way, it's 44-30. Bulls are trailing by 14. If you
Stop
can't.
calling that mug.
Bulls are trailing by 14. We got DeMar at the free throw line for those who can't see. I know that we haven't been calling this game directly, but it has been kind of a crap show from that perspective.
It's really only a 13-point game, which is crazy.
It's a 13-point game. Charlotte has shot kind of lights out. As I don't know why IT is getting so much screen time right now. We
As
can expect to
DeMar
see
at the
him right
line
quick.
here, yeah.
But I don't expect us to even to be honest with you, I don't know why Billy is playing him.
I do. Look at who he's playing. Look who's on the floor. You're getting a little bit of DeMar and a little bit of Zach every now and then. We've seen Tristan for like 5 minutes now. 8 minutes now. It's a pull-up 3 cash money by LaMelo Ball. He's feeling it still.
Does it even matter when we got LaMelo Ball playing like that?
47,
LaMelo Ball, when he's hot.
Trail here.
Hey,
LaMelo has
hot,
18 points right now. He's 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. They're not trying. They're not trying. Hey, they trying to get to the playoffs. Pull up 3, LaMelo.
Now, by the way, LaMelo just smacked him for another 3. It's 50-32. LaMelo is on fire right now.
Hey,
dog, nah.
Hey, they don't care in the slightest.
As Tristan gets blocked from by McDaniels.
Bro, they
Melo
do not
Hey,
care.
listen, I just want to see how much Melo runs it up at this point.
They don't care.
No, here's the thing though. They're not sticking bad defense on these threes. He's just on fire. You can't get any closer to him because then you'll be crowding his landing space.
Here's Kobe coming off of the screen, getting to the midway. Puts up the float. What the heck was that? Rebound there by Martin. Caleb Martin over now to LaMelo.
I don't think Vooch is a problem for those who answer. I know somebody asked me that. Vooch is not the problem.
Here's the drive out of bounds is going to go off of Derrick Jones Jr.
Yeah. Vooch is not the problem. Right now, you know what our problem is? Our bench scoring, which is I expect our bench to be running a whole lot in this game.
I will say this. This is what I need Muzz to understand, and I will say it to the ends of the earth. If you sitting here crying about being a first-round exit, as they kick this over now, DeMar with the ball.
Melo just
jab step on the drive. DeMar fighting through, can't get that one. Stop, kicks it back out to Kobe. Over now to Derrick Jones, out to the corner, pull up 3. IO, can't get that one. If you're sitting here crying about the Bulls possibly being a first-round exit, did not hit that, by the way. Y'all realize we were a regular season exit last year, right? Y'all realize we were a regular season exit, right? By the way, we weren't even a regular season exit at like the end of the season. We were a regular season exit with like 10 games to go. Y'all worried about being a first round exit.
They got Melo throwing up gang signs on TV, dog.
Hey, what gang is he in, dog? Hey, as we got who got
hey, when you rich, you in any gang you want to be in, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes the first round and you're happy. Yes.
Anthony Edwards for 386 threes. First off, I'm gonna let y'all know this for sure. Anthony Edwards is next up.
I need
that boy about to be a star.
Jaden, you know I love you, bro. You know I love you. I'm glad you pull up.
Here we go.
Yes. What are y'all talking about? How many Bulls games you watched last year? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Not you, kid. You was here with me. I know how many you watched. Hey, you was only watching the game of the week. It's now Washington down low, kicks it out to the corner. How many Bulls games you watched last year, bro? 2-hand jam. Watched it.
Hey, Martin ain't never been that fly.
You know what I'm saying? That man came through trying to get a logo on that mug. Here's now Levine kicking it over right side.
Hey,
Not
Ray, I'm
all of
with you. I
them.
watch way
Not
too
all of
many,
them
dog.
like I did this. So this is what I'm saying. Pull up, Jay, Zach Levine can't get, bro. You don't understand where we from. Harold getting a lay on that one. You don't understand where we from. If you ain't sit here and watch 22 wins, you don't understand where we from.
Hey, by the way, again, and I keep telling you all, this season is over. We can
Yeah,
only
they're not.
move up.
They're legitimately not
Like,
even trying.
we can
right
only
now.
move up, but we can't drop.
Yeah, they're
Let's think of it
legitimately.
like this. Think of it from a personal perspective. Let's just say it's you. Let's just say it's you, and we're all working together at the same company. And we know for a fact we can't get fired. And there's a slim chance of us getting promoted. So we might as well do what?
This. Hold up, right here. Bow.
Chill.
Go root for Jim Boylan, then, my boy.
You both
Go
stupid.
root for Jim Boylan.
Oh, hold on, wait. I like you.
Hold up. Who this dude? Who this dude? Hey, we pulled him up at the same time. Jermaine, your mama.
I like you. He said you both stupid.
Hold up.
No. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Hold on, wait.
Jermaine,
I'm not gonna be disrespectful.
I got it, Jermaine. I bet you got too many teeth in your mouth right now. I bet if you gave your friend some teeth, you still had too many teeth in your mouth. I bet you look like an alligator in the eyeballs.
Hold on. I want to ask
an albino squirrel. I bet this nigga got a tail on him right now. He stopped playing with me. Hold up.
Hey, hold on, wait. You gotta slow down, bro. You dropping N-words on the slide. Hey, I would say this. Hold on. I would say this for Jermaine and the other fellow. I forgot his name.
The shot don't get disrespectful.
Oh no, it's cool.
That was just him.
What should the result be? What should the result be? Like, what should the result be? Don't just say win. Tell me what actual changes you would make right now.
And this is why I asked y'all, what would you like? This is why Billy Donovan said, I like that we're playing tough competition coming down the stretch. You know what you can't do versus tough competition? You can't just mail it in. No, bro.
Dank,
championship time, getting to the playoffs is okay. Winning in there is the key. I agree with you.
Dank, I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about what you said. You know the last time you won a championship? I'm gonna give you perspective. The last time we won a championship, Google was not in existence.
Hold up, I'm gonna do you one better.
Oh, wait. Hold on, let me finish this. Netflix didn't exist.
Blockbuster did.
Hollywood Video was still the king of videos in the Chicagoland area.
Hollywood Video was lit.
Hollywood Video. Guess what? Borders and all Barnes and Noble was like a really big thing. We used to actually go to bookstores and sit there and drink coffee and read books in bookstores.
As DeMar down low kicks us out to Kobe, pull up three. Kobe can't knock that one down. Hold up. You want to know what the album that year, what probably one of the best albums of all time, what the album that dropped that year was?
DMX's.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Ooh. Lauryn Hill was
the drive. Washington,
a new independent artist at that point, right? She was a new independent artist leaving the Fugees. And guess what? Our whole career is done at this point.
Done.
And we still ain't got back there.
Bro. It's okay to be pissed that we're getting beat right now.
Smartphones didn't exist. That's right. We still had beepers the last time we won a championship.
Hey, it's okay to be pissed that the Bulls are losing right now.
Hey,
I'm okay.
Jaden. Nope.
Nah, Jaden might have been
got to stay here.
Nah, Jaden might have been on that with you.
No,
Jaden might have been on the train with you.
Jaden, was you on that with me?
He might have been on the train with you. I feel like he was. They kicked us out now to Kobe. Kobe on the drive here, getting underneath, dropping this down to P. Will, up and under, got that one blocked from behind, puts it back up, can't get the finish, but he'll be at the line for a pair.
If you was with me, then I'm with you.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's 200 of you all who definitely was like P Kid tripping, and I'm like, okay, I'm tripping. Over 200 in the chat.
200.
Y'all said I was tripping.
I ain't gonna lie
Guess
to you. I ain't
what?
gonna lie to you. The last time the Bulls won a championship, the chirp was lit.
Dog, the chirp
What
didn't
you
even
on?
exist the last time we went to the championship.
Next Tail Chirp didn't exist yet?
No, that was in the 2000s. That's when they had the "Where You At" commercials. The whole city behind us. I remember that.
Hey, we talk about championship ways. We ain't had championship ways in 22 years, 24 years. This
What
here's
Bulls
McDaniels
player is
now.
going to want out next year? I don't think any Bulls player is going to want out. I think you have to worry about AK making a move.
Here's the
that we
pull-up
shouldn't
three.
expect.
Scary Terry can't get that one. Rebound Levine. Yeah, 100%.
The Bulls right now are a very up and coming team. The Bulls are next up. Unfortunately, there are cycles to it. And
Here's
Milwaukee
Kobe
is
out to
still
P. Will.
champion.
P. Will thought about a three, doesn't take it. Back out to Levine. What a pass. Pull up three. Levine with the tray ball.
Good pass by P. Will. I will say this emphatically. I may have been really wrong about P. Will's potential because in his less than 5-6 games back, I've seen him be more aggressive and stuff like that. So I was wrong about that. Absolutely right about Kobe White. I got a whole
Pull up
season
three.
of stats about that.
McDaniels cash. That was absolutely, as you're giving him a compliment, that was P. Will's man.
Well, see, here's the thing. Basketball ain't perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Here's
don't
Levine
expect
coming off the
perfection.
screen. Back up to Vooch, over to Kobe. Kobe on the drive, kicks it out to the corner. DeMar pull up three. Can't hit that one off of the side. Are we going to do Sox and Cubs contest? So this is what I'm going to do, right? Because Sox and Cubs contest, another cash. That was a great defensive play. That was cash. This is what I'm going to do because I'm not going to lie to you, right?
We're gonna do. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna sit through a couple games with Pat. We're not
Sox
gonna
and
do
Cubs
every
don't
game.
do well on YouTube. I'm just letting y'all know. People, there's not a lot of y'all on YouTube. It's now P. Will pull up three. Tray ball.
I was wrong about P. Will.
There's not a lot of people on YouTube that want to see Sox and Cubs. There's just not. You know why? Because of the conversation we had earlier. Baseball is an old guy's game, and because they don't want to update baseball, it will die with old people. As here's the drive lay by Harrell. Got that one to go. But what I will do is series recaps. So you will get a video maybe every 3-4 days recapping. As now down to Vooch. What a block there by Bridges.
Nice block.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what I do want to do? I'll tell you this, just because I want to sit there and actually drink and like make fun of what's going on the field. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never watched a full baseball game with Pat. There's two things I've never done with Pat. We've never watched hockey, and we've never watched baseball. Simply because we know that we're just not gonna. Good Lord, that was a good pass. Swing,
Vooch with a good pass, couldn't get that one to fall.
Come on, Vooch.
You know what? You would like hockey. You've just never sat down and watched it, or don't understand it. You would like hockey.
I don't know what the heck is going on. I see people going to the box. I'm like, what the heck he do to go to the box?
You would like hockey because it's strategy, and when my strategy don't work, I can just bust you upside your head.
First off, my man just put a nice move on Zach LaVine, got an easy roll. I don't know what the heck is that.
We finna get 30 ball.
We finna get 30 ball in the first half.
We finna get 30 ball.
Even though
here's DeMar now. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. It's down to Vooch. Vooch couldn't get that one to go. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm
just because I
very
don't
happy.
want to lose the comment because I can't read it that fast. You know, when you drink so much in one half, you know, my glass was kind of full before I came on camera.
I don't even have no crown left. I've been drinking since 4. So
normally first year teams are fighting for winning records of the play-in. I wouldn't say we're ahead of schedule, but here's the one thing I will say. The situation we're in has never happened before. There's never been 10 teams above 500 in the Eastern Conference. It has not happened before. Not this way. That was a nice little cockback dunk by McDaniels right there. Good Lord.
I can't even see the game right now.
Hey, McDaniels just had a nice cockback dunk on a nice open play. I'm sorry. And again, we're not doing Plumlee with a nice dish. McDaniels with a nice cockback flush. Easy money. Yeah, the Bulls are getting.
Can't say that.
Yeah. But here's the thing: are we ahead of schedule? I say yeah.
Yes.
This is the first season of
Hey,
our 3 stars together.
hey,
This is the first season of them
hold up.
gelling.
Do y'all see? Hold up. What the other mouse? I will say this. Listen. I don't think the Bulls are trying. I think they're getting worked out and they gave up. Y'all see this?
What? Oh,
Look
the
at
28th
the
time?
second quarter score. hey, 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 HB. Y'all suck too. Shut up.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Pat, what did I sit there? Tell the truth. Didn't I sit there and say
You
this
said
game
don't
don't
call this
matter?
game.
Take your wife out. Take your wife out to go spend some time with your wife, dog.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for y'all.
I'm gonna tell you the
He
truth. The only reason
definitely
I'm still
told me
here
don't
is
call
because I
this
didn't want to
game.
leave him hanging so many games in a row, and my wife is asleep.
He definitely told me don't call this game.
It's not toward the end of the season. You can go back and track it. Teams that clinch that have a really slim chance of advancing, but have no chance of losing their position.
You
They
know
more
what?
the last couple of
I
games.
think most of us didn't expect the Bulls to do this though,
Why not?
because of how they've been losing.
For one, we match up better against the Celtics. Does it mean it's going to require that DeMar and Zach stick defense? But we match up better against the Celtics. We're right where we want to be. We want the Celtics. We don't want someone with an MVP candidate at center to expose us in the middle. We want a team with 2 slashers that's going to force us to play them up front. So that's what we're going to do.
I'll say this, right?
If it's Toronto, we got problems because
It's not 2009 no more. It's not 2010 no more. They came into this game to get Kobe White and Patrick Williams and whoever it is trying to get them right? What's wrong with the Bulls is what's wrong with the NBA. Nobody cares about pride during the regular season. You don't care what your final record is once you clinch. Do I like it? No. But legitimately, you can tell by their play. Like they're not even legitimately
Hey
trying.
Pat, if I won 47 wins, or if I just had 45, but I still was in the same position, does it matter?
It don't matter.
It don't.
It don't matter. It don't matter, but that's not the basketball we grew up on, right? Kobe was, I'm going to play every game, I'm going to win every game. Jordan was, I'm going to play every game, I'm going to win every game. It was a personal pride. Like legitimately, one of the best stories is like Kendall Gill talking about playing Michael Jordan in game 82, thinking that he was going to take it easy. And Mike was like, no, this is a basketball game. I'm finna bust your head open. Like, it's not the basketball we grew up on.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this. As DeMar driving through Euro, puts us off the glass, can't get that one. Got the foul, though. What I will say is this. We haven't been in this position, so we haven't seen this year after year. Right? So, like, Golden State's a team that does this. The Spurs were a team that did this. Also, here's the other thing, too. What we have to remember as Bulls fans. The coach we had didn't believe in that. The coach we had the last time we were in the playoffs was very, very old school. To the point where Joakim Noah played 42 minutes in the final game of a season that we had clinched the first seed like 3 games before.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It is dumb. It is dumb. Hey, listen.
I can't agree with that one.
He wasn't prepared. But I'm saying like I get why people are upset in the chat, right? I get it. Like it's not what we're used to. We haven't been in the playoffs since Thibs. So the last coach we had was a 90s mentality kind of coach.
I give you that. That's a legit take. I give you another one too.
Melo with the putback got that one to go. 69-42.
So Colin Cowherd, legendary guy
That's
there.
a heck of a comment by Sammy. Relax.
Colin had brought up some things that he was giving his take on what he thought about, Adam Silver's response to, changes to the game and things of that nature. And one of the changes they thought of was shortening the season to 68 games.
You should.
And the reason why they thought about it is because the style of play is much more faster than it was back in the day. And it is a faster game, which puts a different type of wear and tear on your body. So I agree with that. I agree with maybe shortening it. I would say 75 games or 70 games.
I would ask
So
you
you have
this, right?
35 away, 35 home games. I would say that.
Would you do 60 games even? But it's Scary Terry bringing the ball up here, guarded by Levine. Would you do 60 games even, but a midseason tournament, like how European ball is played, like one that actually means something? Like, hey, if you get this, you're a number one seed no matter what.
I think taking away the last 12 games make more of a difference than taking 14 games away. I don't know where that arbitrary number like. First of all, where did we get 82 games from? Because it's still 41 home, 41 away games. It's still an odd number split.
It probably made the money a very even number.
Okay. Well,
it probably was like you're gonna get 3,098,000. What if we do 82, 4 million even?
I will say this. I like the mid-season tournament. I haven't paid enough attention as Bridges gets a nice roll underneath. 71-45 Bulls getting smacked. Anyway, I haven't paid attention to European ball to know what that mid-season tournament looks like. But if we're trying to be more inclusive of that and bring that audience to America, which is what they're trying to do to increase viewership, it makes sense, and I'm all for it.
I don't think that's why you're doing the tournament. I think you're doing the tournament to increase competitiveness in the regular season. As LaMelo or as Kobe gets LaMelo call for a foul here, 73-45 Bulls trail. I think it's to make it more competitive mid-season because right now, let's be real.
That's not true. You know what? I'll give you a funny stat. Do you know one of the most lopsided games that have ever happened to the Chicago Bulls? Michael Jordan was on the roster. Do you know one of the most lopsided wins we ever had? Of course, Michael Jordan was on the roster. Do you know that both of those wins was nearly 40 to 50 points? Yeah, MJ got smacked by 40 points before. like
Yeah.
The GOAT got smacked by 40 points. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Hey, MJ has had some losses in his career. He wasn't always losing by 5. Like he done got smacked a couple times.
This don't piss me off because I see how they came out. As here's the drive now. Bridges putting this up. The Bulls are running a scrimmage right now.
I don't think we won another game. It's only one more game, dog.
The Bulls are running a scrimmage right now.
It's only one more game, and I wouldn't play my starters that game. Like Zach shouldn't be on the floor right now. I don't think you understand.
No, this is probably the thing of we're running him just to work on something specific.
He's going to be down for a whole week. You're not working on anything.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get that opportunity to work on something specific versus a playoff team.
The team they're playing may not even be a playoff team. What are we talking about?
No, they're gonna be a playoff team. What you mean?
They're in the play-in. You're not considered a playoff team.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, you are. Like apparently, the play-in now is the playoffs. I don't like it.
No, it ain't.
Man, it is, my G. Like, listen,
no. The play-in determines who the playoff team is.
You know why? You know why the play-in's not the playoffs no more? Is it's a 30-point game, 76-46. You know why the play-in's ain't a playoff game no more? Because Brooklyn ain't in it.
No, even still, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people who sit there and say, "Oh, Brooklyn should be better." Brooklyn has had a very unusual circumstance. I don't care about how this season ends. I really don't.
I mean, the player put them in that circumstance.
I respect his choices. That was his choice.
I mean, I'm fine with that too, but it's not unusual.
It is unusual. You've never seen it happen in your lifetime.
Hey, Ren E, how about you stop worrying about the scoreboard, my boy? Go watch a scoreboard where people ain't talking on that if you're worried about that. The square
But
Bertoui's the lead. They can't
the
believe it. Shut up.
the
Anyway,
play-in right
here's
now,
LaMelo dropping this down now.
the play-in right now just determines if you are a playoff team. That's all it does. And
But
the
let's
Charlotte
be
Hornets look
real.
like they're a playoff team because that Bridges
Hey,
is knocked down to 3.
they not doing nothing. Pull
Bulls
up 3
barely a
Kobe
playoff
White
team. Well, we're
pass.
6, and the play-in goes down to 10th. So we do. Oh, Kobe White hit something. Good job, Kobe. It's good. Go. No,
They are booing them off the court right now. I will say this.
are they
Y'all getting
booing?
booed. They are booing them off the court right now.
The only thing I don't like about this is you see those people in the stands. Some of those people pay good money to see them.
That's why I don't like it.
That's why I don't like it.
As a fan, I don't like it. Right? As a fan, I don't like it because I paid good money, like legitimately, right? Like I was going to take my brother for his bachelor party to this game.
Clap it up.
I was gonna take my brother for his bachelor party to this game. I was gonna pay $10,000+ to take my brother to this game. Very glad I didn't.
Pat, $10,000+?
Well, I was taking him for a suite, so it was gonna be like 40 people in there. So I was
That's
taking
different.
him like
Okay, all right, there you go.
We was gonna do a suite, food included, drinks included, all that stuff, right? I'd have been pissed if I came to this game. Right? Like that part I get from the fan point of it, I get, but I also get from the player and the team point of it. Like legitimately, I wouldn't bring if y'all not gonna play, and clearly you're not working on nothing. It's 79-51 right now. And the only person with over 10 points, well, Levine got 15, DeMar got 11. Maybe you bring Levine back out just to see if he's okay.
Now, fellas, we will say this: there won't be a post game.
Yeah, no. Well,
there won't be.
Now we can do it here. We can do it here.
The post game is going to be all wrapped up in one, dog. Come on, now, I'm gonna save you from yourself.
We can do it here.
I gotta save you for yourself, dog. Because I mean, good lord.
Hey, listen.
Hey, Pat is a true. Hey, Pat really do love y'all. I absolutely would sit there and went on YouTube in the community tab, be like, "Hey, listen, this game don't matter. I see y'all on the playoffs." Like, I definitely
see it ain't about that for me though. It's about giving people the consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what people come here for. You know what I'm saying? They come here to vent. Unfortunately, right now is venting. So I'm not going to take that away from them. But what I will do, because we gotta qualify 2 people for the IO jersey, because we crossed over 11.6. By the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, because when we get to 13,000, we will be giving away that IO DeSumo jersey. We've also got a couple more jerseys we're going to give away, but we can do it. We can do it in here. We can do it in here.
By the way, it's halftime, and 79-51 is the official stats. I'll run down these stats real quick. It's going to be.
You want to know how I know they're not trying? The Bulls are still shooting 50%.
Yep. You all ready for this? Bulls are shooting 50%, 18-36. Charlotte is shooting 66%. The Bulls, you think they'd be shooting disastrously from 3? They're shooting 41% from 3. The Hornets are shooting 52% from 3. We're shooting 67% from the free throw line to the Hornets 100%. We're 10 of 13 to the 8 of 8. Here's the part where I get you. What's the part I always harp on? If you're a true lifer, that should be a question. What's the part I always harp on? Points in the paint. When you lose that battle and you have a team shooting well from the field, from 3, that rather, you're gonna lose. So 34 points in the 34 to our 20 as far as points in the paint are concerned. They limited their turnovers. They only had 3 turnovers for the half to our 8. They had 5 steals, 3 blocks to our 0, 22 assists to our 12. That's probably a lot of that coming from LaMelo just going off. And yeah, outside of that, it's not really that lopsided. We're just really not trying. LaMelo
they're not playing any defense. I think the Bulls came into this game saying we got to figure out how to get our offense moving in the right direction.
LaMelo right
I
now.
really do.
I will say this though. I don't
Like
like
if
the
you
fact
look at
that
these numbers,
LaMelo has
they
24 at the
haven't
half.
tried it all defensively.
LaMelo has 24, 6, and 4 at the half. He has his season average, more than his season average at half. Our leading scorer is Zach LaVine, 15, 6, and 3. Yeah, that's not much else to talk about right there.
What's going on around the league, kid? I'm gonna run and grab some more to drink.
Hey man, you do that. You do that. Let's what's going on around the league? We'll do this. Because standings do matter. We are 45 and 35. It's clear that we're going to be 45 and 36 after this. So it's 2 games left for us. The game to look out for right now is the fact that the Cavs and the Nets are playing. Let me pull that up real quick. Don't spoil it if you already know what the score is. Cavs and Nets are actually in a close one. Nets lead by 2 right now, according to this. Really balanced scoring for them. Hey, old faithful from for the Bulls, Laurie Markkinen has 15. Garland has 20. Karis LeVert has 14. Kevin Durant doing what Kevin Durant does. He has 28 on 27 minutes playing. Kyrie with 14. Seth with 7. Bruce Brown with 11. Tight game right there. It's a must win, I think, for Brooklyn. Not so much a must win from the Cavs, but it's definitely a must win for Brooklyn. As that score has updated to 81-80. And I'm really concerned about that's really the only team I'm concerned about. Like, where do they fall? Where do they go? Outside of that, season is pretty much given up. Bucks are playing right now. They're absolutely smacking the Pistons right now, but it's the Bucks. Knicks are playing the Wizards. Both of those teams don't really matter. The Raptors are not big, but down by 8 against the Rockets. And the Trailblazers and Mavericks don't matter, but they're getting smacked by the Trailblazers getting smacked by the Mavericks right now. Billy lost the locker room. I think that's hard to say. I think it's hard to say that you lost the locker room when you've gotten 45 wins out of them. Hey, here's the thing. Let's not overreact.
I'm definitely not overreacting to this game.
Please don't. Please don't take this.
You know what it is? I get it though, right? Because it's the culmination of the games you were supposed to win versus the games that you thought you should be competitive in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's my Vernell, you asked us a couple times, and since we have some free time, what's my thoughts on Pat Riley targeting Bradley Beal this offseason, and Jimmy may be included in that package? I think it's the right move for Miami if you're trying to be to really get to the next level. The difference is you give up defense, but you get much more offense. And Miami has always preached a very defensive. It's Pat Riley. He's always preached a very defensive-minded game set. Even no matter who the coach is, you're gonna say Pat Riley, even though Eric Spoelstra is a legendary coach in himself. So I feel good about that. I think realistically, it's a heck of a move. I hate to see Jimmy bounced around like that, but I've told people before, Jimmy Butler he's not a superstar. Jimmy Butler does affect games. Don't get me wrong. He is a difference maker. He's an X factor. He's an X factor, but he does not get you championship by himself. Like, he's not to carry you championship wise, especially when you need a bucket. He's just not. But he's a great Swiss Army knife to have, and so I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to kill him. And Bradley Beal is so much better. Offensively, Bradley Beal is. But defensively, I take Jimmy Butler hands down. I think Jimmy Butler can stick anybody 1 through 4. So it kind of depends on where you're going, how you constructed your team. I think it's preference over anything else. And if Pat Riley is making some other moves in which, he feels like he needs that type of player next to Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, then I can see it. if Tyler Hero was a different player, and Duncan Robinson wasn't, so if they weren't so like spot up, and they could really create their own shots, which I think Tyler has really came in his own, I would feel better about Jimmy being that glue guy there and being and leading them. But Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero are still very they don't take over games either. I don't want to say weak-minded. That's a very offensive thing, and people say that all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. But it's just not their game. Some players need plays made for them. Some players can score regardless. Bradley Beal is going to get his regardless. And you kind of need those players if you want to exist in the elite teams of the NBA. So he's Jimmy Buckets. He is Jimmy Buckets. And Jimmy can get buckets. But Jimmy is not like, you know what Miami needs right now? They need that person that's like, hey, when all else fails, you go get it done. And I don't feel confident that Jimmy's that guy. We don't put Jimmy in that realm of player. We just don't. That's not a knock on him. That's just not his game.
Yeah.
He's you need this stop, we getting this stop. You need that board, you getting this board. You need this steal, I'm getting this steal. You need me to get to the line, I'm going to find a way to get to the line. But if you need me to go off for 35, 40, maybe. Like, maybe. You know,
that's a good way to say it. Maybe is a good way to say it, right? Because he can, but will he?
And that's not to hate on him. That's not hate. You just got to accept who you are.
Yeah.
You got to accept who you are. Like LeBron could get you 35, 40. He proved I can score. But Brian can't do that like KD does it, if that makes sense. Like KD can do it. It amounts to wins. You feel it and then you forget it because it's all within the flow of game. He doesn't force shots. LeBron does it. He has to force those shots because it's not naturally how he plays the game. Yeah. So it's just different. It puts you in a different space.
Hey, some of y'all comments are hilarious though.
Oh man, don't take offense to it. It's all good.
Oh, it ain't offense. I'm actually just scrolling up through the comments, like actually laughing. Some of these comments are hilarious.
But I would say this for those who
we're the worst team in the NBA.
For those who come here, they support our channel and stuff like that. Understand that we're students like you all should be. And we watch everything like you should be watching it because you should be watching, you know, all these players give their perspective on what the game is and how it's evolved and things
also,
of that nature.
We got to understand that it's not the 90s no more. It's not the mid 2000s, you know, 2010s, I guess I should say. Players don't play like that no more. But the reflection of a team on your city is not the same anymore. And I feel like that's what Bulls fans are upset about, right? Like, you're upset that, like, let's be real. I work construction. You work construction. Every single day, you busting your butt. You might take a couple of days off here and there where you like, I'm kind of tired. But every single day, you trying to work hard and get the job done no matter what. The NBA ain't like that no more. The team don't reflect that no more. Basketball ain't like that no more.
The NBA is more of a business now.
Legitimately, LeBron James took 2 weeks off every year for a while.
Yeah.
He literally took a 2-week vacation in the middle of the season. And by the way, mugs that were killing him cracked me up because I was like, you take a 2-week vacation every year.
But you got the off season. You should be doing that. I will say this: the NBA. You know what ruined basketball?
I will say you do get like 4 months off a year. I get it. Like I was off.
But LeBron's been in the finals
every year,
almost a decade. So that man can take. I mean, honestly, no matter what his record is in the finals,
yeah,
you would never be able to look at LeBron James' career and say he's a failure.
Yeah.
Just like you can't look at Jerry West's career and say he's a failure. Jerry West, to this day, in my opinion, is still a better player than Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm telling Bulls fans right here. That player don't exist no more.
No,
the league destroyed that player.
Doesn't exist anymore.
The league destroyed that player. Pat Beverly is not that dude.
the business of basketball has permeated how players move and how they act, and that's ruined basketball. The business of basketball has ruined basketball.
Who would you say is closest to Ron Artest in today's NBA?
Draymond.
Dang, that's not close.
Ron Artest. Hey, Ron Artest was a really smart player.
That's not even close.
Ron Artest was a really smart player. Haslam, Udonis Haslam, he's on the floor right now. I just confused his name with Udonis. UD. Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell. Hey, I'm gonna say this: if that's what's close, the NBA ain't close. Not to say it's worse, but it's just not close.
But here's the thing: you got to understand this too.
As we get in the second half started,
the same grit and grind as we used to.
Yeah.
But we also have more people who are more skilled.
I'm gonna be real with you. You need to get blocked for that comment right there. It's not here's a crossover, dropping this off, couldn't get that one to go. I ain't gonna block you, but you definitely need to get blocked for that comment right there.
The NBA has more skilled players.
The dude that puts your guy on your back, that's the dude you want on your team. Come on now. That's a bad Bulls fan.
But I wanted to address that comment. Listen, Dame is on a move potentially, and he should be. And there could be a potential for him to come to Chicago. And I would love him in the Bulls jersey.
Dame ain't going nowhere. Dame gonna finish his career out there.
Dame is done, dog.
Dame gonna finish his career out there.
They
dropped this one off the Scary Terry back over to Melo.
Is because Dame's tone has changed this whole time because everybody's telling him, hey, bro, it's okay. It's okay. You did
and a hook shot there by PJ Washington able to get that to go. It's a 30-point game.
And I'm letting you know right now, when everyone sits there and says, yo, no one's gonna hate you for it. You did what you needed to do. Thoroughbred through and through. No one's gonna turn it. No one's gonna give you the LeBron or KD treatment. Dog, it's time to go.
I don't think nobody would give him the LeBron or KD treatment. I don't think it would come close to that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's been
Grayson Allen wasn't trying to hurt anyone. You need tough players. I can tell that you don't play basketball.
Yeah, you would have did that and I would hit you dead in your mouth.
If you watch that play and you don't think he was trying to hurt anyone, I can tell you don't play basketball. Oh, I'd have got up. Listen.
No.
Would have broke wrist out of popped you in your mouth.
Dead in your mouth. That was it. You would have pulled me down like that. You would have been hit dead in your mouth.
Here's now.
I didn't mean to almost end your career. I didn't mean to almost break your front two teeth. Like I don't. No, I'm not gonna respect that. Anyway,
as Bridges knocking that down.
Like, hey, listen.
No, listen. I'm gonna be real with you. The wrong players was on the court because I think it's a lot of people on this Bulls team that would have hit Grayson Allen in his mouth, but they all was out at that point. As that went out of bounds off of Terry. No, that went out off the Bulls. The 9th Bulls turnover of the game here. 84-53 Bulls trail here. You guys are soft. These fouls happened every game in the 1990s. Yeah, that's called assault. As Plumlee going up for the two-hand jam. Yeah, that's called assault.
In the 1990s, the same thing happened. You get those hard fouls and we fall.
Hey. I don't
know why people keep saying that.
Hey, hold on. But what would happen in the 90s?
Hey, no, time out.
You're not wrong. He's not wrong. In the 90s, that did happen. What happened on the other end?
We fought.
What happened when somebody did that to John Stockton?
What
did Karl Malone do? Go look at that.
He hit them.
Hey, dropped a bow on Isaiah Thomas' forehead. Isaiah Thomas didn't even hit him. Bill Laimbeer hit his point guard. Isaiah Thomas bust him upside his head.
Back in the day, trust me, you was playing in Washington Park. You knew going to Washington Park what you was getting into. I'm about to get hit.
I'm shooting the one.
I'm about to get hit. It might go down. That's why people didn't go to Washington Park. You can't tell me you from the town or you don't know what I'm talking about. Because back in the day, you didn't go to Washington Park unless you knew who the game was up there, or you was a good hooper who everybody was going to protect in case something went down. Come on now.
Kicks this up now. It's stolen away by Mason Plumlee. Hey, boy. These boys look stupid.
I will say this, though. To get Dame, I'm not opposed to moving anybody to get Dame, to be honest with you. Dame is just that quality of player. He just is.
How old is Dame?
Dame is
Kobe White for 3.
31. 31, 32.
He that young? 31?
31, 32.
31 I'd trade for him.
I'll trade for him.
I thought Dame was older than that.
No. At his age,
Dame is 31.
I go get him.
Man,
I would.
Dame was born in 1990. That's 31 now, huh? That's crazy.
Dog, if he's available, I gotta kick the tires on it. And this, guess what? I don't care what Dame is almost due 80 million. Yeah, but I'd rather take the chance to kick the tires on him before paying Zach 200. You keep forgetting we gotta pay Zach at the end of the season. If I'm gonna move, I'm gonna
still
move.
pay Zach 200. I just moved DeMar for him. Zach couldn't get that one out over to Allen or out over to Melo. Couldn't get that one. Down now to P. Will. P. Will attacking. Spin move down low. Fighting through. Couldn't get the finish on that one. A lot of contact. No foul call.
Oh, you way ahead. Hold on. How I get behind?
Here's Melo bringing the ball up. Well, I ain't called a play in a while.
That's true.
They get this over now to Washington. Washington down low. Puts up the float. Can't get the finish on that. Rebound there by Vooch. Out right side now to Levine. Coming off of the screen, double team Kane, kicks it up to Vooch, back up to Kobe White. Kobe driving over to the corner. P. Will doesn't take the 3, back up now to Kobe White.
I would say, I'll be honest with you. What does DeMar do that that Dame
Zach
doesn't?
Levine with the lay?
I would literally package DeMar, and I would package DeMar in a trade for Dame if I could. Hypothetically, I'm just saying, because there's nothing that DeMar gives me that Dame doesn't. In fact, Dame gives me better court vision.
Not really.
And he's a better shooter from 3.
Dame's a better shooter. Dame's a better offensive player.
He's a better offensive player all the way around, and he's a better defender
Let's
at his position.
Dame is a 2. Dame just ain't tall enough to say, "Hey,
so
you're
Dame
a 2.
is a 2. There's nothing DeMar does better than Dame.
No. I'm not saying DeMar is better than Dame. I'd be fine with moving him for Dame, but I mean, like, I'm not saying like Dame, like you said, Dame Lillard has better court vision. Dame ain't passing. Dame's a scorer.
Dog, Dame averages like 7 assists a game.
Yeah, DeMar did too last season.
Yeah, Dame does that like consistently though. like hold on, I got to get the real stat.
Especially if I'm kicking it to CJ McCollum out here. Like who knows Dame for like, hey, let's go out here and get these
Dame
let's go out here and get these assists.
Dame averages 24, 4, and 6, 4 rebounds, 6.6 assists. DeMar ain't never averaged. I ain't gonna say
averaged 7 assists last season. DeMar averaged like 21, 7, and 7, didn't he?
DeMar for his career averages 24 and 3, and his best season was last season. We averaged 6.9.
So yeah, 21 and 7. And he's had multiple seasons at 6. Like, I mean, like, I'm not looking, but I'm not bringing in.
Dame is not in the playoffs. Yeah, their team is worse. Name the Zach Levine caliber player on Portland. Name the Vucevic caliber player.
Let's not say he didn't have it. Listen. I'm
not gonna say he didn't have it.
Let's not say he didn't have it. Let's not say he didn't have a better team. Damian Lillard got injured. I will say this. Damian Lillard didn't do the same with his team.
Let's be very fair about this. Dame, if the Portland Trailblazers was in the East, they would have been a top 3 team in the East. They weren't in the East. They were in the West. Dame ran into the Warriors catching their streak.
Yeah, but
with and without Kyrie. I mean, without KD, and then LeBron saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna go West and then bring the entire Eastern Conference with me."
Yeah, but how many years did Dame play without LeBron in the West?
That doesn't matter if you have to face KD and Steph and the Warriors.
I mean, listen, I'm
The
just saying,
Warriors went to the finals
listen,
5 years in a row.
hey, look, he wanted to stay in the West. Like, that's
You
not
know what I'm
like
saying? Like,
how many
but
years you
you
been
said
saying
it
Dame
like
should lead the West?
you said it like all the teams up until 2019 were in the West. So it's not.
Right, but we're saying it like he gets a pass because he was in the West. Like, that's the team that you're on.
I'm not saying he gets a what for one.
Like,
Let
I
me
get it. Like, don't
let me
nobody
take
want to
a
be in
step back.
Portland.
You should get a pass if you can't get past a legendary team. Like I
No.
never killed Karl Malone for losing against Mike. It's Michael Jordan and the Chicago freaking Bulls. I never killed him for it. It's just unfortunate. But guess what? He got to the finals twice just to get smacked by Mike. I can't sit there and say that man wasn't a legend. He's a
You don't
legend.
say he's not a legend.
He
But
had a successful career. He just ran into Mike.
who said Dame didn't have a successful career?
Time out. I'm giving you context, and you trying to pick apart everything. Is that's not how that worked. As Kobe tries to do his best Dame DeMar impression, it
It
doesn't
didn't
work.
work.
Now with this being the case, like guess what? Dame, when they finally got
By the way,
Portland rolling,
95-58, if y'all were wondering.
when they finally got Portland rolling, the Warriors was taking off. It's the freaking Warriors. It's the best team statistically ever constructed. How do you sit there and say, but he didn't come out the West?
So, but
No,
see,
Sherlock, he wasn't gonna come out the West.
This is the
It's
thing,
the
though. This is the
freaking
thing,
Warriors.
though.
What do you think?
But this is the thing, though. Like, you're gonna kill people are going to kill Dame for not winning. People are going to kill Dame for not getting out of the second round. He's never been out the second round, right?
He's been to the Western Conference Finals. He lost to the Warriors. It was Portland, Houston.
Portland, Houston. So okay, so people are going to kill Dame for not getting to a finals, but they would also have killed Dame if he had left. Like at this point, Dame's 31 years old, and we're like, leave, get out of there, brother. Do what you got to do to get out of there. But like people would have killed Dame the same way they killed KD.
Nah,
they would have. What team would Dame have gone to?
Well, one, as Zach drives to the hole, doesn't get the foul call though. What the heck is going on?
You're down.
He did
31.
everything but hug that man. What is going on?
You're down 31. They don't care.
I mean, we down 31, which is why Zach shouldn't be on the floor. We really, like Billy. I know we want to put out a good. Well, I guess we can't do that to the fourth quarter, but still, good Lord, what is happening?
I think the thing you have to look at, right, is that Dame's in a no-win situation, and he's in a situation out in Portland where he's happy.
We have to keep in
For us,
mind.
we equate a player being happy with winning a championship. These players don't equate that way, and most players don't equate it that way. Charles Barkley is very happy with his career. Never won a championship. Got to one NBA final. Like most players don't equate, and it's like Kobe Bryant said, these mugs aren't here to win. The people that are here to win,
nice catch and shoot by DeMar,
usually win. Most
of the players I would say here too,
are here to have fun.
Dame's teams were plagued by so many injuries. At one point, they had two of their big men on their starting five injured at the same time, and they didn't get back to playoffs, and that led to continuity issues. The next season, he was laboring through some things. They had a lot of like Portland could never get right, and it had nothing to really do with the players and effort. It had a lot about it was health, and then they just got smacked one season. Like I mean, New Orleans smacked them. They just got smacked. And Warriors smacked them.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Now you don't get a pass for the Portland season or for the Pelican season.
No,
you don't get a pass for that.
It was AD.
Season.
It was AD. It was Cousins.
That was what
that offensive set that they ran was beautiful.
That was a 2-7, or was that 1-8?
I think it was 3-6.
No, it wasn't that far apart. They were one of the best teams in the NBA. I think they were like 2 or 1.
Portland was a top 3 team in the West. Yeah, I think it was like 3-6.
Let me see.
Brandon, no, they weren't healthy every single season. Like when they finally got to the playoffs, yeah, but most of the season, those teams weren't together. Like
Portland versus New Orleans.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ever want to see a really good defensive series, in the modern NBA.
But I mean, this is the thing, right?
Go
Like, I
watch
don't.
that series. Rondo put together a master class on how to stick
Hey,
anybody.
hey,
Hey, Rondo, they let
nah.
Rondo be Rondo, and you got playoff
A
Rondo for
sweep
real.
though, bro. You ain't get one of them joints.
They were too big in the front court.
Hey, you
Go,
gotta do
dog.
something.
Watch the
A
game.
sweep, bro.
Watch the games. There was
Hey,
nothing they
listen, I
could.
did. You know, I watched. That was AD. But a sweep, bro.
Dog, watch the games. Though they were so big in the paint, New Orleans, there was nothing they could do. They were so big in the paint, and they had good perimeter defense. There's nothing you can do with that. The only reason why New Orleans didn't go further against
But I don't give you. Listen, I'm not gonna give you.
the only reason why New Orleans didn't beat Golden State.
LeBron could do. There was nothing LeBron could do with Dirk either. Like, I don't give you a pass for losing to a team that you were supposed to beat.
Oh no. There was nothing. That's different.
Portland, you're right. Portland was 3-6.
That's different. When you say LeBron couldn't do nothing with Dirk, okay, that's cool. But if Dirk was sticking LeBron and was holding LeBron to 18 points, which
Who's
is
the
what
big man
happened,
on that
that's something different.
team?
That's you not showing up. That's you like failing.
Hey, is
They
Ed Davis
shut
still in the NBA?
who?
Ed Davis?
I don't know.
I forgot he was a problem on that team, actually.
When you go back and look at that New Portland and that New Orleans thing, I'm letting you know right now, they ran a defensive set on him. They shut him down. They doubled him at nearly half court almost every at the beginning of almost every
You know what?
quarter.
I'm gonna do this because of moments like this. This game's so bad. We're gonna be at 12-6 at least till the playoffs get here. We'll start qualifying people in the playoffs for this. Because it's gonna be a lot of people that just don't come into the post-game show. And I get that. It's 102-73. It's 102-73. Drew Holiday shut Dame down. Drew Holiday is better than people give him credit for.
Drew Holiday is a beast. Freaking beast. By the way, speaking of Drew Holiday, the Bucks played tonight.
Who won?
Perfect segue there, Pat. You want to know what he dropped?
What did he drop on that one?
A clean
PK?
10 points, but he had 9 assists to go with it.
Nah.
But you want to know the best part?
Did they
The
win?
Bucks won by 30.
How many minutes he played on in?
He played 27 minutes.
God dang, he played a lot of time for 10 points. I ain't gonna lie to you.
On the flip side, though,
What'd he shoot?
I don't know what he shot. Hold on, I got to get that full stat up there. But Giannis, he must be like, hey, I can't let LeBron get a scoring title. Dropped 30, 13, and 8 in 28 minutes. Shit, defending champs right there, people. Good Lord.
That's why Muzz was like, I'd rather see Milwaukee. Y'all sound dumb.
You sound crazy.
You know what? This is my problem with it, right? It's 102-73, by the way. I ain't looked at this game in a minute. This is my problem with it. There's no respect for winning an NBA championship anymore.
There's no respect for small markets winning an NBA championship.
There's no respect for big markets winning an NBA championship. Like, winning one don't matter. People really don't care that LeBron won a ring 2 years ago.
Oh,
it was the bubble. It was the bubble year. Okay, we don't care. That's still a ring.
You know what? I got to give you some pushback. I don't think that they don't care. I think that they looked at how much they tried to stack the deck.
But how many people do we hear say you're not that ring don't count because it was a bubble ring?
KG
we hear that.
KG doesn't consider Tim Duncan's first ring a real championship because it was a lockout season. KG's been really emphatic. He was like, it was only 50 games. The season started back up abruptly. Everybody couldn't even get a real off season, and they won.
Was everybody at the same level though?
I mean, everybody
came back the same time, right?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just letting
you know what I'm saying. Like,
I'm answering your question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get you.
I just care.
It's not you. I'm just saying I don't like that we disrespect winning a champion. Like you think about it today, right? in today's day and age, people would disrespect Hakeem for winning 2 because Michael won 6. People would disrespect Clyde Drexler for winning 2 because he was on a team with Hakeem that won 2 while Michael won 6. And because he lost in an NBA Finals to Michael Jordan. Not to say that Clyde Drexler is better than Michael, but that man got 2 NBA championships. And he was a major part of both of them.
He got 2 NBA championships. And if you really look at it, that Portland team wasn't beating that Bulls team. I don't care what nobody say.
Portland team had no shot against that Bulls team. They shot was Clyde Drexler. You telling me that Clyde Drexler was just shot? Listen, I love Clyde. His pull up, knocked that one down by Io. But it's. I don't like the disrespect that championships get anymore in the NBA, and it's kind of coming to the NFL, and it's stupid because if it's not your team, you disrespect it. But if it is your team, you wouldn't. And that's what I tell everybody. Like, look and be real about it. Like, if the Bulls had won a bubble championship, you would be screaming championship 7.
Yep.
Ringo trashes that Lakers championship, but if Miami won, what would we be having to hear? When did y'all win? We won in 2000. Like, what are we talking about?
The best team the Bulls played in the finals was the 93 Spurs. No, sir. Come on, Brandon. Come on, dog. You be here almost every game too, dog. Hold on. Get some screen time
Brandon got
today.
some of the worst takes ever, dog.
Come on, dog. All right, listen.
Hey, kid. Hey, kid. Didn't Michael play in the finals versus the best point guard and the best power forward arguably of all time?
Dog, Karl Malone is top 2 in points. Well, top 3 in points now because LeBron. Top 3 in points, top 10 in rebounds, and top 15 in blocks all time.
Hey, where John Stockton at?
John Stockton has an assist record so large, Chris Paul has to play the next 5 seasons just to even compete.
Hey.
How many steals he get? Don't worry about it. I got you right here.
Hey, and by the way, this was 34 and 35-year-old Mike.
Listen. John Stockton was John Stockton defensively.
My man was at 35 and 36. 35
and
36,
36.
right?
35 and 36.
35 and 36-year-old Mike at this point.
Dog, John Stockton is still the all-time league leader in steals, in assists by a very large margin. Like,
John Stockton is the Wayne Gretzky of the NBA.
From in those 2 categories.
As a point guard, John Stockton is the Wayne Gretzky of the NBA. Like, we can like for me, right? Like, of course, as a Javante on the driving down, tried to dunk it, but end up getting the lay. Hey, for me, as a point guard, right? LeBron James will always go down to me as the better talent. Or no, I'm sorry, not LeBron James. Magic Johnson will always go down as the better talent. But Magic Johnson always had the better team.
Here's something to think about.
He didn't have to do as much.
Here's something to think about. Magic Johnson played with Kareem.
Kevin Johnson in his prime was just as good as Stockton.
Now, that's not a bad take. I give you that. Kevin Johnson was a 19 and 10 point guard.
Kevin Johnson was nice. He was just as good as Stockton?
It's not a bad take. Kevin Johnson was 19 and 10, and he had a nice run. The only person he was second to was John Stockton, who actually won the assist. Like, if John Stockton didn't exist, I think KJ would have 4 assist titles. I think he'd have 4 assist titles. I could be wrong. I'm just doing it off memory. But I think he's only second to John Stockton during that era. But I push back on that because
Kevin Johnson legit had 4 years.
I push back on that and say KJ had KJ hit at the right time.
You know what? Yeah, okay. You know what?
But Gary Payton was a better point guard than Kevin Johnson.
That's not a bad take. I get it.
Gary Payton was better than
Kevin Johnson had a heck of a jump though. Kevin Johnson went from 9 points, 3 assists to 20 points, 3 assists. 20 points, 9 assists.
AJ's prime, what he had two, three good seasons consecutively that would have made you think about it. But John,
I still ain't putting. Nah, I still can't put him up there with John, bro. Hey, heck of a player, bro. But listen, J.R. Ryder averaged 25 and something like that a couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
there's
KJ's
players that were good, but you can't say this is how we got here. This is how we got here. This is how we got here, right? This is what I said about DK Metcalf. Stop comparing these dudes to dudes that they not. Stop comparing these dudes to some of the best of all time. Kevin Johnson was really freaking nice. He wasn't John Stockton. Is Kevin Johnson in the hall?
Kevin Johnson
might need to be in the hall, but
he's one of the most slept on players. He's one of the most slept on players, in my opinion. I have to give him that. I'm not. Here's the thing.
I'll agree with that.
I'm not saying he's right.
I feel like,
but it's not as bad of a take as I would have.
I feel like how Chuck has talked about Kevin Johnson has kind of diminished his career a little bit.
But that's Chuck's fault because Chuck was being a butthole.
I mean, he's still being a butthole.
That's Chuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are you telling me the dude that threw somebody through a window is a butthole?
But yeah,
Stockton had a better career than Johnson, but Johnson in his prime was just as good as Stockton.
You want to know why I say that John Stockton was a better point guard than Magic, just pure point guard?
This is
because Magic Johnson had the better team. Magic Johnson had the better team, more offensive weapons, and
you know what though? I'll say I think this though. I think Magic having it. This is the thing, right? When you have the better team, you do less. I think Magic had the better team. I think Magic by himself absolutely could have been a ridiculous scorer, ridiculous assist guy, ridiculous.
But look at what John did with just two other people versus a whole roster of Hall of Famers. John Stockton has the assist record and he bust your tail on offense getting the play in order to Karl Malone, and he bust your tail on defense. He did more with less.
No, I agree with you, but I think you when you look at like Stockton's numbers, right? Like, first off, like, let's be real, a lot of those assists go to the greatest power forward, in my opinion, of all time.
They're still assists though.
They are, but
I mean, Magic has a bunch of assists.
Hey, listen. The length on them assists be long sometimes, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pick and roll. I drop it off to you. You take two backs to the basket, spin move, pump fake, dunk. I'm still giving John Stockton the assist on that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
dog.
The length on them assists be long sometimes, dog.
Antonio Blakeney in one game was better than. I'm not talking about just one game, but for his career. And if you hear a lot of players talk about if for his career, and if you hear a lot of older players talk about some of the first point guards that bust their tail, John Stockton name come up a lot.
John Stockton.
Hey, Chauncey Billups will tell you John Stockton busted his tail.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
John Stockton busted his tail.
That was the one. That was the one. Antonio Blakeney is a bucket. Now, I don't know why he couldn't stay in the NBA, but he was a bucket. So was Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson was 10 times the bucket that Antonio Blakeney was. The point guard that he said absolutely made him look dumb was John Stockton. By the way, that was old John Stockton. John Stockton never once averaged over 17 points a game. Kevin Johnson averaged 18 points a game.
I'm going to tell you why you lost right now. And this is literally the last time I'm
talking about points per game.
We're talking about a pure point guard in the 90s.
What are we talking about?
Who absolutely was responsible for getting his team the second best record in the league next to the Bulls.
He talking about scoring right now with John Stockton. Is that the conversation we having?
That's like saying, well, Chris Paul never averaged more than 25. So
hey, we're getting cooked right now. It's 114-88. I'm glad ain't no starters on the floor.
Why are we still here?
hey. I'm here because of the good conversation.
It's a great conversation, dog. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Antonio was only a bucket when the ball got to him. That's why Stockton never won a title. He couldn't score enough. Wow.
So what's Chris Paul's excuse?
Hey, listen, he ain't won a title either. This is a
Hey, Gary Payton.
Hey,
Payton
I'm
was
not gonna lie to you. I don't know if Brandon's trolling or if he's for real, but these are some bad basketball takes right here.
I think he's trolling, but thank you for the content.
He gotta be trolling, bro.
Ain't no person in their right mind
saying what you're saying. Takes right here.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Since the Bulls are getting smacked right now, I mean, absolutely. For those who can't see the game, I mean, it's first of all, we got the bench in. Kobe White is doing Kobe, and three people just got dunked on by Harrell on a putback dunk. No, it wasn't a putback. He got it from the floor and rose up. And Kobe White for three knocks it down.
I owned you guys. You're comparing Stockton to Gretzky. Okay, here's where I come in. All right.
We're talking about how the unbelievable the stat he put up is, not necessarily saying he dominated the sport.
In a game where we all believe that the talent is probably twice as good, I'd say twice as good. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go too crazy with it.
Ooh.
He got the offensive foul. In a game where we'd say the talent is probably twice as good, the closest dude to John Stockton's stat line is how far away?
Over 2,000 assists.
How far away on steals?
I think it's 3,000 on steals.
That's why I can compare him to Gretzky. Because in the NHL, hockey is absolutely a better game now than it was back then. Back then, you literally was just like, hey, we're going to have our score. We're going to have our essentially your point guard, your
forgive
your
me. I want to add some clarity to this. You ready?
Let's do it. The
next closest active player that's close to John Stockton in steals is Chris Paul with 2,451 steals. John Stockton has 3,265 steals for a career. The two people in front of Chris Paul are, check this out. This goes to show you how great.
People in front of Chris Paul?
Michael Jordan had 2,514. That's why he's also the GOAT, kids. Go ahead. 2,514 steals. By the way, he played 15 seasons. Jason Kidd had 2,684. At this rate, Chris Paul would have to pretty much play another 6 years to just catch John. And he would have to perform at a high clip. It's very unlikely. Let's go to assists real quick, because I think the closest person to assist is
Chris
LeBron.
Paul. I think it's Chris Paul. Unless Brian passed him.
Oh,
wasn't it Chris?
Okay. Y'all ready for this?
I might be wrong.
No. You spot on. LeBron James is one of the few players that have 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. To catch John Stockton, he has to play another half of a career. John Stockton has 15,800.
What are y'all talking about, bro?
Now, LeBron is not the closest active player in assists to John Stockton. This is all from NBA.com, by the way. This is NBA.com.
Brandon trolling. Hey, he trolling at this point.
Chris Paul is the closest active NBA player to John Stockton in assists. Chris Paul right now would have to have another 4,900 assists just to catch him.
Hey.
Mark Jackson is ahead of LeBron and Magic, by the way, with 10,300.
Mark Jackson was on point. Shout out to Mark Jackson.
Yeah, so the top 7 assists is LeBron, Magic, Mark, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, John Stockton.
Hey.
Now, I'm going to give you something that you wasn't expecting.
This is the thing. Y'all have to understand this. Because I've seen somebody say it's a different game. It's a more offensive game. In theory, there should be more assists delivered in today's game than back then.
And because there's more possessions, there are more opportunities for steals.
Hey, Prodigy, shout out to you, brother. We'll be back from Minnesota, by the way.
Now, I want to give you all something, because this is a name that no one brought up.
Conversation.
No one ever brought this up when we were talking about point guards. Jason Kidd all time in steals is number 2, 2,684.
Jason Kidd is number 2 for steals. That's right. Yeah,
He's also
still.
number 2 in assists.
Yep. He's still over 1,000 away.
Yeah, well, 3,000. 3,800. Here is
Rozier with delay right there. I just felt like I should call something.
Jason Kidd is top 2 in assists and steals and top 5 all time in 3-point
shooting. Brandon, scoring didn't matter back then. And by the way, he absolutely could put 25 on your head if he really wanted to.
John Stockton suffered from the Steve Nash disease. For those who don't know what that is, Steve Nash in Dallas was an offensive player. Steve Nash had several games where he put 40 points on a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when he got to Phoenix in the Mike D'Antoni system, he was more of a pass first player. And that's how they got the highest offensive rating. But as a point guard, Steve Nash is responsible for 4 of the highest rated offensive teams in NBA history. So his impact was felt in so many different ways, right? Steve Nash.
How many steps in the travel, dog? I said it.
I saw that. It was crazy.
Hey. He went back to the basket set.
Yeah, Buddy did a bunch of spinning.
How many steps in the travel?
I don't know. Steve Nash gets so much hate, but I think for one, the only person I think he stole the MVP from was Kobe. Because James Harden got an MVP awards for having the same season Kobe put up.
This is the weird thing, right? Like,
oh, good Lord.
That was stupid. This is the weird thing, right? Like, if you are talking about when somebody, right, when is it important that somebody is doing something that it matters for MVP? The MVP voting hasn't changed. So, in the case where Shaq says, I absolutely should have been the MVP that year, I get it. And the reason I get it is because of this.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, nice lay. All of a sudden, Jason Tatum is top 3 in MVP voting. And it's voted the same way. So if you're top 3 in MVP voting for that, like Shaq's second half of the season was monstrous. His first half was trash. Shaq was like, I think it was like 12 points a game, like 8 rebounds. Like he says it himself, like, I didn't take the season seriously.
Mm-hmm.
His finishing averages look terrible because of that. But if you look at how the final part of that season went, he absolutely had a case to be the MVP based on how the NBA votes it. Now, for a full season, Steve Nash was a problem that whole season. And Amari Stoudemire had a better case for it for a full season than that. But there was no player more dominant in the second half of that season than Shaq.
By the way, for those who keep asking us if we're going to do baseball,
I told y'all I'm gonna give y'all the.
This is the type of content you're gonna get. We're gonna have so much dead time in between action that we're gonna be talking about everything but baseball.
I really want to do so. What my goal is as we
get blown out for the float misses that one.
As we're getting blown out here, my goal for this is
125.98.
We come in with the conversation like we've been having, even if it doesn't have to be baseball oriented. Really, just us talking, right? But having just a legitimate podcast, while, every now and then we peek in, because like I'm going to care about the games, or Ringo's going to care about the games. By the way, Javi Baez did beat the White Sox today. I'm sure you didn't see that, but Javi Baez absolutely got the game-winning hit on the White Sox today.
Nope, I didn't see it. But you know what? The simple fact that you got to admit it means that you finally see what I see.
No. Hey, listen. He got the game-winning hit. He was Javi Baezing it up. Got the game-winning hit. The first 2 at-bats before that, swinging its sliders about 10 feet outside the strike zone.
Hey, listen, you miss every opportunity you don't take.
Hey. It's wild,
You miss every opportunity you don't take. I'm going to
wild, dog. Oh man. But no, like I want to do baseball content, but I really want to do like maybe we do just us chopping it up once a week. I'm not doing 162 games, y'all. Y'all
First of
not
all,
pulling up for 162
why do you
games.
keep thinking that you got to do 162 games? First off, if you do that, you are clearly on your own. It's going to be the Pat show for real, for real. I'm never tuning into that joint. You might as well call me a day-to-day Davis at that point, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be there, dog. 106, and they got the weirdest start time. Some of those games start at 2, some of those games start at 1, some of those games
Hey,
start at
tomorrow
8.
game started at 12. I ain't gonna lie to you though, based on the weather, I definitely might throw a TV outside and watch that mug. I love doing that.
Why don't you just go buy a ticket because it's so cheap and just go?
I'm probably gonna hit up about 10 games this year, but I'm not. I want to take. Maya's been to. No, what's she never been to? I think she's never been to a Bulls game. I gotta take her to one of them.
I'm gonna take my girls. They want to go back to a baseball game.
It's fun. I love it. The food is great at Sox Park. You know, y'all Cubs fans, so I don't know what the food like over there. But I know at the White Sox game, like you literally getting like restaurant quality food out there.
Speaking of girls, hold on. That's my daughter knocking on the door now. Hold on.
Yeah, tell her what's up. Tell her come on. Oh, okay, he's out of here. Baby out here with the bonnet on. Oh, dog. Listen. Justin said nothing like a sunny day game at Wrigley. Man, Justin, you just in the wrong time. You on the wrong side of town, my boy. You're on the wrong side of town, man. That south side is love, bro, because you can leave there, get out of that stadium real quick, go straight to the bars out there, get the wow. I don't never get lit at the game. That's dumb. Why would I get
First
lit
off,
at the game?
first
It's
no,
$37 a beer.
no. First off, you absolutely right. There's nothing like going to Wrigley. Been there once. Guess what? We'll go back there every single time.
Have fun.
I have the time of my life when I'm at Wrigley. Cubs suck. It
Fun.
don't matter because we all just having a blast in the stands.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't watch the game.
And that
We
sounds
talked to
like
everybody around us.
Shout out to Cubs fans. That sounds just like y'all.
They know how to have a good time. You know why you can't have a good time on the south side? Because you can't get lit. You worried about what's gonna happen when you leave. I don't want them problems no more. I'm too old. I'm not for fisticuffs. I'm for get you out my way permanently and go about my business. I'm just trying to
have those problems when I go out to the bar on the south side. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, dog. Hey, listen, I don't have any problems. It'd be everybody else's problems. As Io gets a nice 3-pointer to go.
He don't want zero problems, big fella.
Here's the thing. I'm not worried. I just don't want to potentially run into it. Brandon is still going about this, huh?
Oh, yeah. Worst take in the world. How could you compare him to Wayne Gretzky? Because his records will never be touched.
Isaiah Thomas for 3. Oh, Isaiah Thomas is in the game. I might actually call this play because I want to see what he does. His Io goes for 1-on-4, gets the lay in the foul.
Hey, I want y'all to understand this, though. Hold up. What'd that say? I gotta go back. I want y'all to understand how bad this has been legitimately. Good Lord, what a lay. And take that with you.
Nice layup.
Bulls in the last 7 games are 29% from the 3-point line. Tonight, they're 57%. This is why these guys played. That's why they played. When I tell y'all, they came out here to try and get right.
Hey,
Stockton records will fall.
Time out. Oh, wait. Time out. Hey, Vernell, name the next player that's gonna beat that.
Wrong dude.
No, Vernell. No. Brandon said it. I'm just picking people in the chat. I'm gonna let the chat kill you. He's not even worth the time of responding. Name the next player you think is gonna get remotely close. Chris Paul is called the point god, and he is thousands of assists away. He is called the point god, and he's thousands of assists away. Just tell me who's the next guy. Tell me.
Hey, it's hilarious, bro. It is hilarious. You know what will be broken? LeBron's scoring record when it's all said and done.
Oh, the points record is gonna be done.
The
Points,
blocks,
no points,
blocks record will probably be
absolutely.
broken. Who hold the blocks record right now?
Kareem, I think.
It might not be broken.
No, it's not that. It's not that far. Blocks and rebounds could absolutely, like Rudy Gobert could probably
Rebounds
break
I can see.
rebound.
Oh, you know what? Rudy Gobert's a good one. Rudy Gobert's a good one. Okay, P. Will. Rise up for the two-hand jam on that one in.
KD, if he plays high level for the next 5 seasons, could beat the scoring title.
KD probably will, actually.
If he wasn't for injury, he absolutely would.
Let me ask you this, right? Because everything
God, Dad, Will had 23,000 rebounds.
That's crazy.
I don't
Let
know
me ask
about
you this.
that.
Everything that hey, Evan, that's a Chicago comment right there. What's a point God to a point non-believer who don't believe in anything? Make it out alive.
That hurt my freaking head right there.
All right. No church in a while. Yeah.
You having too much fun with this.
Hey, that was a banger, bro. No church in a while. Bro, can we talk about how... Listen, because Muzz really care about people outside the work. Can we talk about how crazy amazing at music Kanye is? How crazy amazing. My brother legitimately, like there's people out there, right, that are really on like the like the younger side that's like, oh, this is different. Kanye is the greatest producer we've ever seen. Kanye is the greatest producer we've ever seen. I'm not saying that it's to the level of like there's nobody on like that can get close.
Because I think Pharrell is close.
I think Pharrell is real close.
Yeah.
I think Pharrell is on that level. But how Kanye hears sound and turns it into a production. I'm trying to think who my brother was. I think he was saying Bryson Tiller. Who was my brother saying? Brand, are you in here, bro? He was.
I would say J. Cole is really coming up, and depending on where he takes the next 10 years of his career as a producer, he's really good. J. Cole's really, really good as someone who was self-taught.
Listen,
and I gotta say Timbaland.
For Red, I love Timbaland. He ain't on that level.
Nah,
I love Timbaland. Timbaland got the music. You know what Timbaland got the music? Timbaland got the music that make you stop. Dang, Patrick Williams just snatched that mug from Bridges. Get to the paint. Drive through. Fan, you can't let Isaiah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Timbaland got that stuff though, dog.
No. Timbaland. You know what Timbaland got the music that make you do right? Timbaland got the music that make you be like, hold up. What do he do right there? What was that? What, like, you see multiple rappers do that. Kanye got that music that make you.
It's quite the opposite for me. Kanye killed it with the samples for me. Nobody samples like Kanye does, in my opinion. But Timbaland, from how, like, with no sample, like the way all right, I know I ramble a lot, but the way Timbaland destroyed Swizz Beatz.
Fan, that was never close, bro.
I don't know why Swizz went in there and was like, I want all the smoke. I was about to say, no, you don't.
This is the thing for me with Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz been making the same beat for 30 years.
Dog, it's the same cadence.
Y'all know what it is. No, we don't. We sick of it.
It's me.
Hey, bro. It's Kobe White getting down here, got called for the charge.
The thing that makes Swizz Beatz, like Swizz Beatz is like is like how Plies rap. It's just the same cadence. The thing that makes Kanye, Pharrell, and Timbaland so
they all got their own thing.
Not only do they all got their own sound, Timbaland got some beats that I heard that I was like, man, who's this new producer? And it's a Timbaland beat. He's not afraid to try new sounds and go outside of his realm.
I'm not mad at that. I always, dog, I don't know, bro. Maybe you know what it is though. I view Kanye on a different level because, like, for me,
Look at P. Will trying to get IT in the post.
you ahead of me. It don't matter.
It's 46 seconds left, dog.
Yeah, it don't matter. And he said, "Get out the way." Backing, lost the handle.
What is Kanye's best beat to you?
Take it to the glory. Oh, I can't stand it. No, yeah, can't stand it. Oh, yeah. Like, we talking just hip hop, or we talking like
Whatever the beat is to you. Oh, that's
best is probably like best music, because like when we say beat, I think hip hop.
Hey,
So
yeah.
if we talking beat, for me is Glory. If we're talking just Kanye music, it's probably Run Away From Me, Baby.
Run away.
Run away, because of everything that's built around it. It's literally built around ding, 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 doom. But everything that's built around that beat is so crazy to me.
You remember Impossible?
I remember Impossible, yeah.
To me, that beat is his best beat just because of how many drums he used. And if you really look at it,
Love Lockdown was a good one too.
That's probably the beat that J. Cole was listed. I think J. Cole took a lot of influence from that beat because the second half of GOMD sounds like Impossible.
I'm gonna say this right now as the Bulls take a L. No post game show tonight, but we're gonna do the jersey giveaway on the other side of the playoffs, or we're gonna do the qualifications, because if we pass 12-6, we just get to give away more. This is the thing that I will say: Billy Donovan's plan kind of worked. You got blown out, right? You got blown out. What'd they shoot from three? What'd they shoot from three?
Kind of worked. What is Pat talking about? You know, Pat be coming up with some stuff. Boy.
What has been the Bulls' problem?
He on that dog food again, huh, Pat?
What has been the Bulls' problem?
What do you mean? What's the Bulls' problem?
What has been the Bulls' problem in these losses? Right, like it hasn't been like Zach LaVine can't play basketball anymore. DeMar DeRozan can't shoot. What has been the Bulls' problem?
Oh, bench scoring.
The Bulls shot 54% from the field. They shot 54% from three, which they haven't been able to knock down shots. 80% from the free throw line. They didn't get beaten points in the paint just because freaking whatchamacallit went off. Kobe White had 19. Ayo Dosunmu had 16. You got to understand at what point in the season we're at. I get it. It sucks that you got beat 133 to 117. I get it. But if I'm going to look at what we're coming, like if you're going into the playoffs right now, right? You're trying to figure what is the only way the Bulls win a playoff series? If somebody else besides Zach and DeMar can score. Bro, my chair really is giving up on the season, ain't it? Listen, I don't like that you getting beat this bad.
You know that's a hard take, dog. I'm gonna say this.
This is
It's one way to look at it. I can't say you're wrong.
Caveat to it though. This is my caveat to it, right? The bench played the whole fourth quarter. Look at that.
What are we looking at, dog?
Oh, the mouse didn't move the same way on your screen as it did on mine. I got that on the old computer. Look at that fourth quarter. The bench played the whole fourth quarter. Ayo and Kobe and P. Will and all the people that you need to play well for you to win in the game.
I'm gonna have to slow you roll a little bit.
I'm just saying.
When
You're
the other
trying.
team
You're
is up
trying to
30
find
and they
rhythm.
know you ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of catching up. We done seen plenty of blowouts.
Yeah,
Look a
but that
little
don't.
like, oh, we only got beat by 16. No, you weren't even
No,
close.
it's not about. It's not about how much you got beat by, and we will. I'll stay on. I'll stay on until Billy's interview. It's not about how much you got beat by. It's about how you got those guys going, right? Because this, like you said, this loss don't matter. This loss don't matter. What matters in this grand scheme of things, bro? This chair is done. Look at me out here. I'm short than a mug right now. My knees are in my chest. This loss doesn't matter. I don't like that you got beat 133-117. That pisses me off because it shows me that your starters gave no effort. I don't like that the Charlotte Hornets scored 39 in the first and 40 in the second. That's a problem. You probably shouldn't be giving that much score up, right? But Kobe White couldn't score versus the worst players in the NBA in the last games. Ayo Dosunmu couldn't score versus the worst players in the NBA in the last game.
Hold on. Listen, I get it. Nobody showed up. I want you to understand this.
I'm with you.
Nobody showed up.
Luka got suspended for what?
When you don't play your starters really in the second half, you have no choice but to play your bench. The bench can't go out there and be like, well, we just here. No, they got to play. So eventually, they got to put up some shots.
But kid, that's what we've been seeing. Like legitimately, have we seen something different? Like, have we seen the bench beat anything? The bench has been nothing since the Clippers game. And even then, the bench really wasn't crazy. It was just DeMar going off, and all of a sudden, everybody started trying to play defense. Luka got 16. He good though. He only suspended the next game. Hey, Tanner, relax, brother.
Tanner, you know what the funny thing is?
I can fix it.
He can fix it, and he has another chair.
No, they're all broken.
How you break all the chairs?
They're all broken.
For those who don't know, he has 3 chairs that look exactly alike.
They're all broken. But you know what? No, apparently with gaming chairs, this is a thing. There's an entire piece that you can buy to fix it. Hayes sent it to me. So, like with gaming chairs, this is apparently a very regular thing, and I'm like just destroying chairs out here left and right.
Let me see what the Nets did. Did the Nets win?
But no, I mean, listen. It's a tough
Nets
take.
won. Nets. Oh yeah.
It's a tough take. It's a tough take.
Uh-oh. Guess who's
You
in
know what I'm
7th
saying?
place?
But what I will say is,
hold on.
If Ayo Dosunmu, that's supposed to be in 7th place. They went out. They finished in 7th. No, they can't catch the Bulls. There's only one game left.
They could tie the Bulls.
No, they can't.
No, they can't.
I've already done the math on that. That's why Cleveland losing was so big for us.
But this hasn't updated yet.
And even if we did tie the Bulls, even if they did tie the Bulls, we have
this did update. Okay, it did update. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I think we're pretty much.
It didn't update. I was like, so they 44 and 38, and we 45 and 36.
No, they're 43 and 38.
Yeah, no,
they 43
I thought it
and
didn't
38.
update.
Oh yeah, no, they 43 and 38. So we locked in at the 6. It is what it is.
I don't think the Nets want to play the Cavs, if I'm being honest. I mean, I know they beat them, but the Cavs is a much better team than the Hornets.
I don't think the Nets care really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Nets are, and we're just waiting for Billy Donovan to come up to the podium. I'm gonna let y'all hear that, and then we're gonna ride out essentially. Because these mugs trash in these last.
Durant drops 36 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Bruce Brown, underrated player for the season. Bruce Brown, 18, 10, and 8. Andre Drummond, 15, 12, and 2, and Kyrie with 18, 6, and 8.
Yeah, bro. Nah, hey, listen. DeMar played just because DeMar wanted to play. Vooch played 22 minutes. Zach played 30. DeMar played 30. Zach shot 9. Zach shot 9. I want y'all to understand what really happened in this game. This is hilarious, bro. Vooch shot 2 for 6, 6 points, 5 rebounds in 22 minutes. DeMar scored 17 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Patrick Williams had 15 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Kobe White had 19 points on 6 of 14 shooting. Zach LaVine had 23 points on 9 of 15 shooting. Ayo Dosunmu had 16 points on 7 of 10 shooting. They played zero defense tonight. They weren't trying. They were trying to do one thing: get right going into the playoffs. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I've seen a team do this in a long time. Nets are living on the puncher's chance credo. They're flawed and they'll need to be every bit of KD and Kyrie's magic. I mean, that's not like, are we surprised with that? Nah, y'all got to finish the Kanye conversation after Billy leave the podium. I mean, we can do that too.
Well, unfortunately, I got to roll.
He ain't even at the podium yet.
He ain't.
I mean, it really wasn't a crazy conversation. It's not like one of us was saying like Kanye is not the best.
No.
We were both just like, it's like Kanye, and then like, who are those dudes that are like right behind him on his tail?
That's something.
Music is so different with it. Like, I can't say like Pharrell's not the same type of producer as Kanye is. Timberland's not the same type of producer as Kanye is. So to put them in the same space, that's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that one producer? Who's Hitmaker or Hit Boy?
Hit Boy fire.
Which Hit Boy is nothing but Young Berg. Hit Boy is Young Berg. He changed his name.
No.
It's the same dude.
Is that Young Berg?
It's the same.
No, you capping right now. Hold up.
I swear I'm not.
Hold up.
Hit Boy is Young Berg. Or is it Hitmaker? It might be Hitmaker.
No, Hitmaker is Young Berg.
You think it is?
I'm looking at it right now. I say Young Berg and Hitmaker. American
That's
music.
right. Nah.
Hit Boy. I was about to say, I was like, he's not old enough to be Young Berg. I was like, Hit Boy's younger than me, I think. No, Hit Boy's a banger. Hitmaker is Young Berg. Yeah, shout out to Alex Delgado in the chat. Hey, I don't even know if the Bulls doing a post.
Hey, first off, Hitmaker is older than both of us. Hitmaker's 34.
Yes, bro. Hitmaker is older than us. That's why I was like, there's no way Hit Boy is Young Berg. Because I know Hit Boy is younger than us. Hit Boy got
no. Hit Boy is 34. Hitmaker is 36.
Hit Boy is 34?
They both older than us, dog.
Thought Hit Boy was younger than us out here.
Nah.
Hey, man, you're never too old for your career to take off like that.
First of all, age is nothing but a number. Unless you're an athlete.
Nah, some of y'all need to give up on it, though. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm never going to say kill your dreams.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Some of y'all need better friends around you.
Unless you're going after being a professional athlete, which is absolutely a time-sensitive thing, there's absolutely nothing that you can't do. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to be in my 50s trying something new and trying to get to the top of that echelon. That's just my mentality.
You know what? Is that still the case though with how the Big Three is now? Like, Big Three be having some old heads in it. Like, if at some point you like, I was great, but I was never, like the greatest. I wasn't good enough to make the NBA. You can make the Big Three, even if you old. That'll be a whole different.
Berg. Yeah, it's Hitmaker is Young Berg, dog.
Hitmaker is Young Berg. I knew that when you said Hit Boy was Young Berg. I was like, hold on, brother. wait, Berg, give you the business, Berg.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Like I've already said it. I'm absolutely by 35. I'm absolutely gonna be. I'm trying to qualify as a gentleman driver. So those it's like amateur pro Formula 1 drivers.
Okay, glad you explained it. Thought you was trying to be a
they're normally
escort
like
out here.
So let me say 45.
Escort out here.
But yeah, like I got a whole bunch of stuff on my list of stuff I'm just gonna try before I die. Like I don't care, like as long as I get to it, and I absolutely want to be good at it. So
Hey man, if
I might
y'all
get
still
into
in here,
painting.
man, go retweet my tweet at David Kaplan so that he can pay attention to it. Cause his take on who the Cubs should go get was terrible. That man said the Cubs should go get Aaron Judge. I was like, you mean that dude that hit home runs and got health issues? That Aaron Judge?
That dude is just like the guy we gave up.
And Kyle Schwarber? Oh, here we got Billy Donovan at the podium right now. Hey, Billy looked pissed. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I was wrong.
I'm gonna leave you all to the post to Billy D's comments, dog. I'm gonna take my leave. All right, my man.
Peace.
Opportunities and shoot around to cover this stuff. It wasn't like we didn't cover. We covered it, but I didn't do, in my opinion, do a good enough job covering it where there was enough clarity or detail for them. I thought I did, but I didn't, and it was clear by watching the game.
Hey, Crucial, it do sound freaky,
a
though.
couple steps slow against a team that's very quick on the perimeter. Can that be explained by?
Well, I think some of it, was what I just discussed. That was part of it. I think the other part of it is we've had a hard time even going back to, Boston. I think maybe Darnell asked about the ball containment. We have a hard time containing the ball, just guarding the ball in general. And I thought Rozier, I thought LaMelo Ball, Bridges, when they start putting it down and, going at you, we have a hard time. And sometimes we get caught in rotations when we really don't need to be caught in rotations. I think with the way NBA offenses are right now, you have to be able to effectively switch. And when we do effectively switch and we can kind of shrink the floor and crowd the floor, I think that gives us the best opportunity to contain the ball. But, tonight, I just thought in a lot of situations, we just got taken off the dribble and we're going to have to be able to contain the ball better than we did.
Why did you decide to start Kobe tonight?
Well, one of the things I felt like is Io, I think is, I give him a lot of credit because I personally have put a lot on his plate in terms of what I've asked him to do, and he's done a great job. But it's a lot guarding who he's guarding, and certainly the caliber teams that we've played here of late, and also, trying to run our team. One of the things I wanted to do was take a look at putting Zach at the point, just to kind of help us get, the ball moving early, just because I think when he's coming down the floor with the ball and he's in action with DeMar Vooch, whoever it may be, it draws two and it allows us to kind of get going. And I think with the way Io is being guarded right now, we've got to help him get better at this. But the way he was being guarded early in the year to where he's being guarded now, we're trying to help give him some solutions. But I think that's where, and I've always said this, the more and more film that's out there on you, the more and more you have to continually adjust and adapt. So, I think for us having Zach back there maybe gave us. I didn't mind. I thought, listen, I thought the turnovers, and I thought we got stagnant a few times, but I didn't think like in the first half we generated two poor shots. We shot a pretty good percentage from the field. I thought the turnovers hurt us because I think it led out to a lot of runouts for them, and we also got hurt in transition, and we got certainly hurt with some steals by their bigs at the basket.
I know you're not that guy that yells and comes in here and screams after a loss.
After you guys?
No, at anyone, at us, at the fans,
Okay.
at the team, whatever the case is.
Well, I don't know about the team.
Well, I mean, that's kind of part of it. Like, you come in here and the first thing you say is like you're blaming yourself after that was a really bad first half. Like from the outsiders, like the players didn't get it done either. Like, what are we to make of you coming in here and being like, that was on me, kind of? Like, what do we read into that?
Well, I don't understand what you mean. What you read into? It's exactly what I said. I don't know what are you trying to read into?
I mean, what did you think of the players' performance then when you come in and the first thing you say kind of is like, that's on me?
Yeah, I mean, am I saying the whole game is on me? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, I think that, and I've talked to you guys a lot about, you have to, I think, be truthful in terms of what you're saying. And what I'm saying is this is my truth. Okay. I'm not saying that like every single time I say something that I feel is true. I'm telling you what my truth is. In sitting over there and watching the game, in some of the broken floor situations on coverages, what we covered, we did not do well enough. I feel like that was my responsibility. I just feel that. Now, was there other breakdowns? Yeah, but I'm going to always look at myself first. That's the first thing I'm going to do before I ever look at the player. I'm going to look at what I could do better and how I can help more. Were there some situations we didn't block out? There was a couple of situations with two guys in actions that clearly it was no doubt, on our guys, but there was other things that were me. So I'm not going to sit there and talk about all what the players could have done better. I need to talk about what I need to do better. And I thought that some of the blown coverages allowed them to get into a rhythm, allowed them to get into a flow. And I'll go back and watch the tape. I watched a couple clips at halftime. I tried to clean it up at the half for them to try to help them, get a little bit more clarity on it. We had a chance to talk about it as a group, which I think was good. But I told them at halftime, I said, I did not do a good enough job creating enough clarity. That's what it was. It wasn't like all of a sudden we came out there and like we were surprised. There was nothing we were surprised about. They tried to put different personnel for us in actions, which I felt like would come. And that's why I think at shoot around, we tried to cover that stuff. And, like we're all, part of it. I mean, I'm just talking about myself for now. So it's not anything really to read in. It's just how I view it.
Just to piggyback on that, though, if I'm hearing you correctly, it sounds like you look at it more as this is an isolated game rather than something that where you guys are right now. Just, being down 37 points tonight, 4 straight losses, and what you guys have done since the All-Star break.
So if you can back up for the question, Darnell, I don't know maybe what you're asking.
Tonight's
definitely not.
And more than just lumped into where you guys are as a team right now.
No, I mean, we have not played well. I think you always try to figure out when you go back and watch film areas that, we can get better in, or myself personally can get better in as a coach. And I think you also look at, ways you can help the players get better, as in terms of their job and their responsibility and their role. So it's a collective thing, so, again, I think that I always feel like when you play the game with like a really, really good spirit, I feel like the game kind of rewards, the really good spirit. And I think for us at times we've gotten deflated, where teams have gotten off to a good start. So we haven't shot the ball particularly well. And, we're going to have to kind of work through some of those situations. I am not at all saying today's a one-off. When you guys asked me what happened in that first half, I'm telling you what I think happened. Now I haven't watched 1 second of tape other than a few clips at the half. That's just my thought initially, walking in here.
The breakdowns that we saw, the obvious ones, the open driving lanes for dunks. Is that the communication component? How do you explain that?
That's like I said, there definitely clearly were some plays that there was just a total lack of communication, that had nothing to do with the scheme or anything else. There were situations and screening actions on some slip out things that we had talked about beforehand that I thought we got hurt on, that I felt like I didn't do a good enough job creating clarity for them. Now, with that being said, were there some of those plays you're talking about, like runouts and straight line drives? Yeah. And no pull over. Yeah. Those are things we should be able to handle better.
Like, some play happens, maybe it's a defensive miscue or somebody hits a 3 and then there's another one. And all of a sudden it's like snowballed into an 8 or 10-0 run or something like that. And it seems like it's very hard for you guys to shut off those types of runs. Why do you think that is? And is there something as a group they can do to break out of those situations?
I think one of the things, that happens, in adversity or difficult situations is you get a number of things happen. I think you get finger pointing. I think you get blaming. You get disconnection. You get lack of communication. We have too much lack of communication. I think guys get very, very introspective and thinking about what they've got to do instead of figuring out what we have to do to solve it. I think we've got to get better with our communication, on the court when those things happen. I think guys try, but I think in the moment when those, the things our talk on the court has got to be better than it is. And I think that sometimes some of those things that Darnell was talking about, like those blown coverages, there's just not enough communication that needs to be better. I think the more you communicate, the more you solve problems. And a lot of times in the game, you have to solve the problem in the game. It's great to come over in a timeout when they've gone on an 8-0 run. And I've called timeout and they're talking about, they need to be talking about it in the moment of when it happens. We've got to be better there.
So
It sounds like you almost would prefer more finger pointing, quote unquote.
I'm sorry.
It almost sounds like you'd prefer more, quote unquote, finger pointing, like directness in terms of how guys are communicating. Is that what you're saying? But
No,
versus
it's-
just not
it's-
communicating enough.
No, I'm not saying like direct, but like there's screening actions happening. Things are happening. Things are going on in the game very, very quickly. Screaming to a guy, yelling to a guy, communicating to a guy to give him a heads up of what's happening or what he's getting ready to do, is like I'm not going to say this, but like there was a play in the second half. It was like, hey, it's not a coverage. That's not a coverage. Okay. So like, there's just some things there where I think you can fix things instead of trying to fix them in a timeout at the half. We got to be able to fix them in the game on the court in between the lines. It's not the guy's finger pointing. It's more the helping. It's the communication of helping, where the help is coming from. What's happening in pick and roll coverage? What's the coverage? Tonight there was slip outs. We knew they were going to slip out. I didn't think, I thought our communication could have been better. Some of that stuff, like I said, it's on me. I got to be better. But the communication by them has got to be better to fix and solve problems. It's not so much finger pointing of like, hey, this just happened. This is your fault. You need to do this. It's not that at all. You can do that during a timeout, but in the game, you got to be able to communicate. It's like sometimes like we come down, the court and no one says anything like offensively, like that's not a play, like you got to verbalize. And I think that's an area we can get better at is the verbal part on both ends of the floor in terms of trying to talk a little bit more.
You were better at that early on in the season and now you kind of lost it, or?
No, I listen, I think that like this is just how I view it. And if you guys go back and listen to the things that I said, we were on a 9-game winning streak. And I said, our defense is going the wrong way. And I basically said, I'm not trying to be negative. But all of a sudden, when you end up going, the month of April, Miami, Milwaukee, Boston, and your schedule gets set up and then it's Phoenix, Golden State, and you get all these teams in a row. It shines a light on areas that I saw all the way back in December. It's like, I'm not like surprised. It's just, but what happens is all of a sudden, you play Golden State on the road in December without Vucevic, whenever it was, and you get blown out in the game. And then all of a sudden you go play the Lakers and the Clippers without some guys, you get a couple wins, and then Denver's doesn't have Jokic and we get that win. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, hey, it was whatever it was, 3-3 or 3-2 road trip. Sometimes the schedule, the way it plays out, but when you pile up games against elite teams, the way we've had them piled up, you see spots of it in November, in December, and January, but you don't see that necessarily the way it is. So, Boston has played as well as anybody. Milwaukee's the defending NBA championships, and Miami's in first place. Those are 3 games right in a row. It wasn't like, hey, we got Miami and then a couple teams over here, and then we got this team. So you win 3 or 4 in a row, then you lose to them. Then you come back and win 3 or 4 more. That's just the way the schedule folded out. But I've been talking about this for a while. It's just that a lot of it is more has gotten exposed. And I've said this before. I think winning a lot of times, blinds you in a lot of ways. And I've always said this, I think what we've gone through is really, really, we got good guys in the locker room. We got great guys in the locker room that want to fix it. But I keep saying this, you have to deal with this and confront it and get better at it, with what we're dealing with. So it's more the schedule sometimes puts you in a situation where, hey, they won 9 in a row. They're really, really hot. And listen, it's hard to win a game in this league. So I'm not diminishing any of the wins that our team and these guys have done. They've worked really hard for every one of them. But sometimes the schedule gets set up for you in different ways. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Accurate, detailed rundown of the problems, but the early timeout, 95 seconds in, what did you see that led to that?
That was me trying to create some more clarity very early in the game, of what I didn't think we had clarity on, and I don't think that timeout, in my opinion, solved it, but that's what the timeout was for. I saw it happen twice in a row, and I didn't think that based on what we had talked about at shoot around, it was done correctly. Tried to get it done. There was still, some breakdowns, but like I said, that I've got to be better helping them in those situations. But the timeout was more based on what I had mentioned on some of the coverages. Yes. Yes. You're welcome. All right, guys. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Hey, man. That's Billy Donovan, coach of the Bulls. I'm going to be real with you. If you hear somebody that's that honest and is telling you exactly what's wrong, which also validates what we're hearing, and you think he's not telling that to his team and not trying to coach that to his team and is not trying to convey that message to his team, I don't know. I don't know what y'all want as a head coach. Y'all just want a dude that's gonna flip tables out here. I would rather have a dude that understands what the problem is and has understood what the problem is from day one. He's talking about, y'all realize that trip he's talking about is the West Coast trip from the beginning of the season. That's the West Coast trip from the beginning of the season that he's breaking down right there. I'm not saying that Billy Donovan is the end all be all for head coaches. I'm not saying he's the greatest head coach of all time. But Billy Donovan know what he's doing. Billy Donovan is telling you that he sees these things, and he's telling his team that he sees these things, and guess what? Is his team doing them? I mean, really, dog. I mean, really, like, you think Billy Donovan's not telling the players the stuff he's telling the media? He's probably telling the players twice as much. He's just breaking it down to us so we can get it. Like, I get, like, you're upset that the Bulls are losing, but if you can hear that man tell you all of that and tell you that he's calling these timeouts and the players come out after the game and tell you the same thing, and you don't want that, hey, Boylan's your guy. Boylan's your guy. Hey, if you don't want that, Jim Boylan's your guy, man. Y'all can have him back. But he doesn't explain it well yet. It isn't clear at all. I mean, it might not be clear to you, my boy, but I got that exactly what he was saying. I fully understood what he was talking about. I don't think that's a Matt Nagy word salad. He's telling me that the coverages that the Bulls are doing aren't working because the players aren't communicating. And we saw that. Didn't DeMar who just got killed the other day off a screen? Who just got killed the other day off a screen because of communication? Was it Javante or was it DeMar? It was DeMar, wasn't it? DeMar DeRozan just got killed the other day off a screen. If y'all want the rah-rah dude, the dude that's going to inspire your players, and we got to get one for the Gipper, and we're going to make it happen, and we're going to find our way to fight all of this, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you this right now. That gets old. That don't work after a while. That don't work after a while. If you play for any team, you tune that out. I played on sports teams. When that mug stands up there for the 15th time in the season because mugs ain't doing their job and absolutely is sitting there, you got to do this and you got to fight harder and you got to, what were you doing? That gets old. Give me the dude that knows what the heck is going on and knows why we're in this situation. Billy Donovan knows what the heck is going on and knows why we're in this situation. I'm going to tell you this right now. We've listened to every post-game show this year. He's absolutely right. He's been saying for a while now that this team is not at the level that it needs to be defensively, even with us winning 9 games in a row. He could be my coach all day. He could be my coach for the rest of. Man, what? He could be my coach for. And I listen. I got the video to say I didn't want Billy Donovan as a head coach. I got the video to say I didn't want Billy Donovan as a head coach. It's on my channel still to this day. I did not want Billy Donovan as a head coach. But you know what? When you can do that, when you can break that down, and also don't take his calmness on the sidelines and on the whatchamacallit in the media as what he said to the players. You heard what he said there. He's like, you really don't get upset, Billy. He was like, to who? To who? James, Billy is not a good coach. You can be honest, you can be nice. He cannot coach, bro. He cannot coach. Okay, what set would you like him to put out there? What defensive set would you like him to put out there that you think the Bulls are going to play? The Bulls can't cover a simple wide open corner three. They can't cover a simple wide open corner three. Like, let's be real. Y'all just want Thibs back. At this point, right? Y'all just want Thibs back. Y'all want somebody that's going to punch somebody in the face back. I want somebody that know X's and O's. I want somebody to know how to coach. Not to say Thibs don't know how to coach, but I'll tell you this right now. All that ha-ha, hoorah, all that stuff, that worked with a very specific team. That worked with a very specific team. That worked with a very specific, even with Doc Rivers, right? Doc Rivers, a great head coach. It works with a very specific team. That don't work with everybody. That don't work with like Doc Rivers' style of coach work with that specific Celtics team. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Thibodeau's style of coaching has worked with what, one team legitimately? The Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose Bulls? That's not how the NBA is no more. You don't got the dudes that's flipping tables no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I don't know. Hey, y'all can have whatever coach y'all want. I want the dude that knows what the heck he's looking at. Billy Donovan, at a minimum, knows what the heck he's looking at on the floor. I'm not saying he's the dude that gets us over the hump, but man, hey, I'm rocking with it, dog. I'm rocking with him. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate all everybody that came through. If y'all haven't done so, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Also, we got a dope video dropping tomorrow, man. Me reacting to KG versus MJ, taking it back, man, to when the Bulls were winning all the time, man. So tune in and rock with us on that. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. To continue watching our Bulls content, make sure y'all check the links in the description below, or just subscribe to the page and check the links on the on the actual channel itself, man. Hey, yo, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.